It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My people make we shout, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego politico, my ego don't come, yo. This one not the off in mind, my ego don't come, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, my ego don't come, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My people make we shout, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego don't politico, yo. My ego don't come, yo. This one not they off in mind, yo. My ego don't come, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my ego, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my ego diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My people make you shout, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego don't.
Hello there. Thank you so much for joining me again. So you are welcome back. Read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast as usual. Like it, share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell all of them that my ego today. Thank you. They are not done with Dangote. There is a Reuters report accusing Dangote of lying. And said that his crude refining units has broken down, and they got this confirmed from 4 different sources that the allocated crude oil So Dangote refinery, where it's sold in international markets. Before, we've heard that of a 45% completion. We have heard the accusation of low quality refined products. Now they are accusing him again of selling or reselling the crude oil given to him. He has denied this. But there is more to the story. Read the rest of the description. Share this. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that Mayegun today for the last time. Thank you. Motide. So, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you. From wherever you are joining tonight, if this is the first time you are joining tonight, or today rather, well, top of the moment to you. If you have been with us earlier during the brunch time, welcome back. Be in order. So thank you so much for joining me as you are tuning in. Hear this, okay? And thank you again. I have another gist for you. And if it doesn't, if it's not something like significantly important, I won't have to share it with you. And since this is Mayegun's diary political, remember, our temple of truth. And it doesn't matter whose ox is God, right? Whatever we see is what we share and say. We don't make things up here, do we? So if you recently joined Mayegun's diary political, this platform, I think I need to give you a little bit of a guide, okay? Number one, in the last few days, I have been seeing some ignorant comments, especially on YouTube. Some of them have opinions, they have advices and stuff like that. I understand. But if you have time, please read again. Mayegun's diary political. It is a platform that does not and would not in any way portray the criminals in charge of Nigeria in any good light. Yeah, you hear me right. The reason why you are here is because if you are looking for reason, or if you are looking for understanding, clarity about Nigeria without all your biases, prejudice, or whatever, on this platform, we do not have any respect, pity, or sympathy for every individual involved in the destruction of Nigeria. And mind you, we have every right to not like them and in any way give them anything that has to do with good press, ever. You get that now? We are angry people, but we are not stupid. So on Mayegun's diary political, do not come here to think you can speak for the government of Nigeria, thiefnubu, or whatever other, category you belong to in the shit hole there, right? This is not a place. And it is also not a place that the unity beggars, those unity beggars, those of you lunatics, putting the blame of the destruction of Nigeria and the fixing of Nigeria on the damaged people of Nigeria. Do you get what I'm saying? Do not come here and ask us to pray for Nigeria. Do not come here to ask for us to respect any goddamn criminal from the drug dealer presidiot. Yeah, we shout. I told you, we are angry people. The people on this platform are those who are looking for reasons, looking for answers to why Nigeria is not working. It will never work. And it is not completely your fault. These are the people on this platform, okay? So I saw one few. I saw one weary. I don't know how they kind of found their way around there, right? I found one weary that came here and said, "You, Mayegun, you are one of the people inciting the people to go and protest. You are one of the people Nigerian government is talking about." Yes, I am the reason why your Naira is a trash paper. I am the reason why the criminals are looting you blind. Hey, look at me. I am the reason why your economy crumbled. Mayegun, look at my face. I am the reason why you are having hyperinflation in Nigeria. So yeah, does that make you feel better? Onikure. I saw another one. Oh, Mayegun, I love your platform. I love the way, I love blah, 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 blah. Then the next thing. But I don't like the way you are cursing them. That's what that person said. If you are watching me right now, would you me dada ufulumashe? Yeah, maybe that one will kind of be personal. Yeah. When I call out the rogues that have pushed all of us to this cliff, to the edge, I mentioned their names. I put their pictures on the screen. I tell you why I am talking about them. What have they done today? What did they do today again? Omayegun, this is what they have done. Except you are one of their closest ass lickers, voluntary slave, humble slave. A one Nigerian lying to himself, you will never feel uncomfortable hearing me talk or curse them. You will never be uncomfortable. The only people uncomfortable with the way I talk, how I do it, are those who feels like their criminal leaders one day will leave, and people like them would have a shot. And people like me, the way I am going, I am making the supposed captured people in Nigeria to remain captured. But the way I am going, I do not want them to remain captured. Rather, that I am trying to incite them to reject the slavery. And that, in your book, is wrong. When I speak here, right, when I point things out, they are not skits. They are not, what do you call it, your news channel, who just want to inform you. No. This is Mayegun's Diary Political. Here, I am going to not just bring to your attention what is going on. I am actually going to put you in the frame, even though you are yet to be affected, kind of. I can put you in the picture. I can make you part of it. I can make you feel what just happened. Just in case if that happens to you or happens to the people you love. Nigeria is a place where people, when things hasn't happened to them, then it is not happening. Political correctness on Mayegun's Diary Political will have you kicked out of this platform. You can't defend any government on this platform. You cannot defend APC. You can't have opinion here. Anything you have about them, you have to go and look for your likes elsewhere. Yeah. You will not be allowed to participate in the gathering, to plant a gathering of people who knows better. And they are, gathering it together, putting it together, and they're counting days. A day is coming Yes, you can look at me and say, we are just noisemakers on the one hand. On the other hand, oh, we are the troublemakers. Yeah, the cavalry is coming. And it is not because Mayegun is only telling people, it is because the criminals in Nigeria will never change. They will never stop until they are stopped. So when you try to make political correctness, I do not need your political correctness. Yeah, any other idea, you are welcome. Come and share with us. But tó o bá fẹ́ ṣòfò tọmọtọmọ, tó o bá fẹ́ ṣòfò tìrantìran, tó o bá fẹ́ kúkú òjijì, tó o bá fẹ́ parun, please leave this platform. Rọra your subscription right now. Remove it. Could disappear. Because on this platform, everything that we destroy and crush and destroy that establishment inside that contraption Nigeria, I am involved 100%, and I'm not hiding my face. A system put in place to cater for a few people, but others can wait. Abi, that is a system that must be destroyed. I don't care how you feel. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter even if you are laughing. If you are poking your nose, look at them. But yeah, you are just an humbled or voluntary slave to the slave masters that we are dealing with. As for the slave masters, your powerful masters, if you are looking for those who are giving them the sleepless night that tells them that their days are numbered, the people will revolt against them, whether now or later, it doesn't matter. And you, Abobakus, you can't stop them. You won't fight people with empty stomach and you take bimpa, fine bara, ass lickers, crumb eaters, sewage dwellers, all risers. When the people are really ready, wọ́n máa fi yín ṣètùtù ni, wọ́n máa fẹ̀mí yín rúbọ fún ìràpadà ayé àwọn èèyàn tí Nàìjíríà bàjẹ́ ni. Do you understand? The enemies of Nigeria are the people who are telling you that those who are calling them out are their enemies. And guess what? When people comes for them, they will come for you too. Because it's a matter of life and death right now in Nigeria, is it not? You think you can underplay it? You think you can scare them? You think you can, oh, come on. Everything like that has their own expiry date. This one too has an expiry date. And we will ensure, we will enforce it. You are destroying lives. You are watching these guys, irresponsible people, get away with all of these things. And yet, they tell you that whenever people call them out, they are coming for us. They are our enemy. Enemy of the people are complaining that they have enemies. Guys, the moderators, please, especially on YouTube, I can take care of those ones on Facebook, okay? I'll go take care of them. If you, by mistake, because, yeah, we've had new members of the temple. Majority of them, maybe for some reason, YouTube just pushed the video to them. And then they just kind of like, oh, who is this one? Oh, it's sounding good. Oh, let me just go and advise him to stop abusing them. You can still deliver your message without abusing them, without cursing them. The Olori Bruku that actually said, because when you are cursing them, when you are abusing them, that shows the kind of person you are, your personality. Oh, Nikure, the personality, but the personality that feels so irritated whenever I see criminals. Then I love the personality. You have a problem with that, you can walk away. So that I can really speak to the people whose lives are being mortgaged, whose future, the lives of their children, whose safety are being jeopardized. They need to know. That's what I am doing. They will be the one to decide what's going to happen, not me. Sure, you get. If you need me to incite you, to go and fight for what is yours, you go hate me, you go love me. You are supposed to love me. Like you don't know how to. You don't know that some people are mortgaging your life. And I am telling you, now you are aware. You feel like you want to go and fight. But suddenly you feel like na me you go fight. Because na me they tell you, say me you could go. You are supposed to be thanking me. You're not supposed to be hating me, except if you're already so deep in their ass. I'm coming back to you. So if you are new here, I not be your friend though. If you have any advice for me that says the way I am doing my thing, I can do it the other way that can suit your miserable existence. Baba, we no be padio, not deceiver. Sure you get. And let me tell you something. If you are new here as well, just so you know, I have been doing this for over 11 years. Never filtered. Do you get that? People have called me too no. They have called me attention seeker. They have called me, what else again? I can't remember. They have called me proud. He's always feeling arrogant. They have called me arrogant. Okay? There's nothing they haven't called me just to make themselves feel better. You too, you can call me anything. You're welcome. Call me anything. Whatever makes you feel better. I have no respect. I have no home training. Or maybe you can ask me some of the stupid questions people have asked me before. Questions like, what about your father? What has your father done? Yeah, you can ask me too. So people have asked me dumbo questions, and I've always come back here because every day there are victims of this misrule in Nigeria. And if you are saying that you are not in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, and you think you are away from all of this, if they tell you, say, another person dumb, that there is another dumber person than you in your area, you need to sue the entire area. Yeah, class action. Sue your street. If they point out, if you, for any reason, you believe that, if they tell you, say, another person dumb pass you for your street, sue the entire street. So we do know. Okay? So if you are new on the Mayegun's Diary Political, please keep your advice to yourself, okay? Because the people I am talking about, now some people be born them, then get mama, then get papa. They have family. So you tell me, who raised these criminals? Did their parents teach them how to loot public fund? Who are their parents? Did they teach them? Their parents, taught them on how to steal from the poor, deprive them of basic things. Yeah. Did their parents also teach them to, rather than empower young people, but arm them with guns? Is that how they were taught? So you think, say, my own parent, they didn't teach me well to respect thieves because they are old. Abi? So my own parent didn't train me well. Okay. Maybe they didn't train me on how to respect criminals and thieves. So maybe that's their fault. But who raised all these guys? Who raised them? The country is going down. The economy is down. People are dying. The level of poverty and the rest of that. Who raised them? Are they not humans? Do they not have parents? That you will take money meant for medical care, money meant for education, money meant for infrastructure, money meant for infrastructure like power. You share the money among yourself. They stole the money. You know it. All of you know it. And you actually agree that that's all they do. But I mean, no get home training. I'm the one who doesn't have home training. Because I can't respect them. But they have home training. They are raised well. Abi? Anyway, let's go talk about the latest about Dangote. People are using the power, the public office power they have, to rob millions of people. And they don't see anything wrong in that. They use Nigeria money in a shady way and gave it to Dangote. And somehow, thiefnubu and his gang, I don't know what they want. Do they want the refinery? Oh yeah, come and take it. The guy is already interested in selling it to you. You are sabotaging your own country. And you are pointing fingers at other people as enemies. Why? War. Here is the story about Dangote. Again. Dangote's refinery is not ready. Good. There is a part of it that is ready. From the arrangement he had with Bokuwari, Dangote was to be supplied 21 million barrels of crude oil every month, 650,000 barrels every day. That was the arrangement. But that would be if the refinery is functional fully, right? Or maybe then. But the problem is that Nigeria no get crude oil. And they didn't tell Nigerians. The richest man in Africa, even me, we be say the poorest man in Africa. I am aware of the shadiness of the corruption in the oil sector in Nigeria. I have been following all of these things, my guys. I have been. My country Baru is dead now. They sold the Nigerian crude oil 25 years, 30 years ahead, collecting royalty. That these people say, okay, now this is how much we make this, okay, we'll give you this. So they perpetrated the greatest fraud against Nigeria people through Nigeria's #1 source of forex. Crude oil is Nigeria's #1 source of forex. They intentionally did not develop other sector. And then they faced it under Bokuwari from 1.8 million barrels of crude oil every day in 2014, 2015. That dwindled to 800,000 barrels a day. They were stealing over 700,000 barrels of crude oil in Nigeria, straight up. NNPC and the rest of them, they were making other schemes. They were scheming and stealing from Nigeria. Whatever the pieces of whatever peanut they paid them, royalty, from the crude oil. NNPC opened another shop and they called it subsidy. Before these guys came in, Nigeria was spending 250 billion, 300 billion, the most 800 billion a year on subsidy. Petrol was 87 naira. These guys came in, subsidy jumped to over 400 billion naira a month. Petrol price jumped, diesel price jumped, everything jumped. These guys actually schemed the, the refineries in Nigeria, 4 of them, with the capacity to actually refine up to 500,000 barrels of crude oil a day. They ensure that it's not working because they have their own, distilling, whatever, in Malta. They had a deal in Malta, bringing refined crude oil of the poorest quality to Nigeria. Why lying to Nigerians that Dangote and call once the refinery starts, this issue of importation will become a thing. Baba, these guys doubled, they doubled subsidy. They tripled it in a month. And yet, they did not tell Dangote that he will never get any crude oil. When they managed to get royalty from the sale of crude oil, they converted to paying subsidy. It's like saying Nigeria sold crude oil, collected $200 million. These guys have already opened the door, subsidy of $300 million. It has always been like this. So at a point, they don't even remit any money again. They robbed Nigeria. God. Mercilessly. Then they went on to the Central Bank of Nigeria. And pulled out nearly $10 billion in tranches. They said they were ferrying the money to Dangote. Right? At all, naim bad. Bread is better than none.
If his refinery can refine 650,000, he said his refinery can still do 45,000. So if you are doing 45,000 and you say the liter of petroleum they use in Nigeria in a day, they said now about 2 million. In a month, you are using about 63 or 60 something million barrel of crude, petroleum. So not barrel, liter. 60 something million liters. If Dangote is producing 20 million of that, maybe that means that Nigeria will not be paying subsidy on 60 million times 30. That's a 1.8 billion liters. 60 million times 10, 600 million times 10, 600, 1.8 billion liter. Let's say you are using 1.8 billion liter petrol in a month. And each liter costs 1,500 naira. But they can't sell it to you at 1,500 naira. So they have to subsidize it so that you can buy it for 700 naira, 800 naira. The difference of 700 naira is what is called subsidy. So if you are importing 1.8 billion liters, then you have to pay subsidy of to pay subsidy of 70 naira. No, hang on. 700 naira on each liter. 700 naira times 1.8 billion liter. You know how much that is? And somebody is going to refine 20 million a day. So 20 million times, that's 600 million. So out of 1.8 billion, somebody has the capacity to refine 600 million. That means instead of paying subsidy of 1.8 billion to your friends, in dollars, you only just pay them 1.2 billion subsidy. That 600 million that is refined locally, that will create jobs, and you can begin to give the alternative. In fact, you can now give the subsidy to Dangote in Naira, or even give the subsidy to him in crude oil. Abi? The problem is partially solved. Don't think I'm trying to sound on behalf of a Dangote here. I'm just trying to make a sense that, okay, if you won't reduce people's problem, which causes all this wahala, Abi, then you reduce what you are importing and paying subsidy on. Support the one you promised that you give crude oil to. But the problem is that there is no crude oil for him per se. They don't have crude oil to give Dangote per se. They've sold all the crude oil. But they told Nigerians that Dangote will be buying crude oil in Naira. Now Dangote is going to Brazil, is going to USA, Texas, to go and buy crude oil. When Nigeria no get refinery, you are importing petrol, you are exporting crude oil, importing petrol and diesel. Now you have 45,000 capacity refinery. Now you are importing crude oil. So if they explain Nigeria to you, and you say you understand, but you are not angry, they no explain better. They no explain them better. So Dangote, normally if people like me talk, they go say, it's because I am ignorant. You don't understand what you are talking about. Okay. thiefnubu's government they shoot the first shot. We are now aware of. It is not as bad as they wanted to present it, right? As if that is not enough, they don't go drop one report for Reuters, international media, that Dangote refinery is lying, that his refinery can produce something, even though it is not completed, that they spoke to 4 sources. 4 sources. And these sources told them that Dangote's crude distillation unit is broken. See, if you can't hear me, I will advise you increase the volume of your device. Please increase the volume. You should be able to hear me. Whatever is wrong with your device, that shouldn't be on me, right? And stop telling me to increase the volume, increase my voice. You want me to be screaming? So you should increase the volume of your device, please. So Dangote was shocked. Who are these people again? Eh? At least we had a meeting and they said that we are sorting it out and all of that. You know what I mean? So Dangote has no crude distillation unit. Why would anybody put that report out? So Dangote had to issue a statement today. Our attention has been drawn to a misleading report suggesting that our refinery's crude distillation unit is experiencing issues and that we are reselling crude oil. We categorically deny these claims. The Dangote refinery is not authorized to sell crude oil purchased from Nigeria, and our CDU is fully operational and functioning optimally. We advise the public to disregard these false narratives, which are likely driven by interests opposed to the local refining of fuels. Here is all of this, so they are coming from thiefnubu, but I'm coming to that. Here is what one of them had to say on this matter. Please listen.
Well, thank you very much. I think what is happening is a case of two, shall we say, elephants, fighting. And in this case, it's a case of a situation that was deliberately, made up in order to frustrate a genuine effort by a concerned citizen of this country and person of Aliko Dangote by coming forward to rescue Nigeria from what has become an albatross on the economy of this country. When you look at the implications of subsidies and the fact that Nigeria is about number 6, of the exporting countries, crude oil exporting countries, and the same country has no refineries working for over 25 years now. We have 4 moribund refineries. We have markets that it's not a matter of economic sense or economic viability of the refineries. It's just a case of people that willfully damage these assets for their own selfish interest, because you can't explain how you spend over 12 trillion naira on what you call turnaround maintenance. And today, as we speak, you don't have one of the 4 refineries working for Nigeria.
Okay, so you said there is a deliberate attempt to, frustrate Dangote refinery. How so? And what proof do you have for that?
No, the proof is I mean, before Dangote, embarked on this, there were meetings with NNPC. There's no way you will come to establish a refinery in Nigeria without getting license from NNPC. It's not possible. And to the extent that NNPC even said they are taking up 20% of the equity in that, refinery. So which means government is very much aware of this gigantic project that is coming to our client. So how come, at the time that the refinery requires the feedstock, which is the crude oil, you will now play some kind of game to deny the supply of the crude oil.
Okay, but Dangote refinery also, even before or during the construction of that refinery, he did get concessions from government, whether there was a lot of support, whether you talk about Forex, some loans, and here and there. So is it exactly true that the government wants to frustrate him when all along he's been supported heavily by government, not only in the refinery, other ventures too.
There is a political undertone here in the whole thing happening, because remember that this refinery came to being during the immediate past administration. So if you talk of the government support, it came from that government.
So you're saying that the current government is not supporting
for some reasons that
business.
They have not told Nigerians, because nobody understands the kind of language they are speaking. The issue is that you should not allow politics to interfere with the economic future of this country.
So are you directly accusing President Bola Tinubu's administration of trying to scuttle Dangote's businesses, especially the refinery?
It's not even the administration. It's the President Ahmed Bola Tinubu himself. I'm indicting, because he's the Minister of Petroleum Resources today. And he needs to step up to the plate, to tell Nigerians what exactly is happening. Why is it that these very important projects, not only to Dangote, because you have to understand what is coming to save us. If you know that we spent over 27 or 25 trillion naira, on subsidies, and we are spending, even this year, that government is saying they're not spending money on subsidy, they are spending almost 5.4 trillion naira, more than even what we spent in 2023, which is about 3.3 trillion naira. So, and you know what impact of this, what devastating impact it has on the state of the economy itself, because where are we having inflation? Why is it that monetary policies are not working? Because the component of your inflation is from the foreign exchange, which you are spending about 70% of it on importation of crude of the petroleum products. Now you have a project that will save you that amount of money, and you are frustrating it. So it doesn't add. Well, thank you very much. I think what is happening is.
Do you get it? Now, here is something you should know. Under Bokuwari, there was this arrangement that NNPC of this Mele Kiyari, the man where they're supposed to tie him and tie his leg, tie him to a drum, take him to Bar Beach in Lagos. After the judge says death by firing squad, that guy. Here, the name of Oando, UVG.
Oando, they signed a deal to buy one Oando's what do you call subsidiary. Okay. Now you see this Oando subsidiary, right? Is into, according to them, they say this Oando subsidiary was pretty much into refinery, refining, distributing and stuff like that when it comes to crude oil, right? So, sorry, give me one sec. Yeah, thank you. Sorry about that. So there is this company called the OVG. In fact, is that called OVG? Yeah, OVH rather. OVH. I don't know the full meaning. Okay. So you see, this OVH is Oando owned, because this OVH of a company is in charge of all Oando filling stations in Nigeria. And who is the owner of the Oando? His name is Wale Tinubu. So they said that Wale Tinubu call is the nephew to this Escobati, Bola Tinubu. You get that now? So last year, after Tinubu was sworn in, this OVH company that signed this supposed bought by the, okay, let me explain what they said they did. It's like the NNPC in Nigeria, okay? They decided to just buy a company. You see, this company is into petroleum distribution. They have filling stations in Nigeria, okay? They manage it. They handle all the filling stations. You know that NNPC, they are also into refining. They have NNPC have refineries. NNPC also have petrol stations, NNPC depot, where you can also go to and buy fuel in Nigeria. So you see this OVH owned by thiefnubu, was now bought by NNPC. So that simply means that all of the Oando filling stations, they were supposed to have become NNPC by that arrangement because it was NNPC that bought them. So this same NNPC of Mele Kyari went to the loan market. Okay, he went there and they got $1.4 billion. So they were also buying shares in Dangote refinery. They borrowed the money to buy 20% shares in Dangote refinery. Just like that same deal too, right? So it's like NNPC under Bokwari, they had a deal with thiefnubu's business as well as Dangote's business. Everything has to do with oil, right? So immediately thiefnubu came in. Maybe NNPC was supposed to be the one to just take over the company they just acquired. In a publicized headline, NNPC acquires OVH subsidiary of Oando. No, it is the other way around. Okay, so those who own this, they collected money. Then NNPC now make the OVH to be in charge of anything that has to do with refining crude oil, importing or distribution of petroleum finished products in Nigeria. This contract became stronger, and that is why between 2023 and 2024, Nigeria imported from 0 in 2022 to 0 in 2023. Then from 0 in 2023 to over $2 billion spent on importing finished petrol and diesel from Malta. Meanwhile, this Wale Tinubu, another Adewale Tinubu, are the supposed part owners of this refinery in Malta. I said, it could not give you a headache now. Like, okay, what are you? Okay, don't worry. It is my job. I can always repeat myself. But this time around, in a short form, okay? Under Bokwari, these criminals, they had a deal. And that deal was NNPC needed people to help them and do refining crude oil, as well as importing. So these guys don't have ability to refine crude oil, but they are still taking and say, well, Shebi, you are distributing fuel. So yeah, you'll be good. So it was like a contract, a deal, secured by Wale Tinubu. Now, instead of this company to become Nigerians' property, so Wale Tinubu and co, they cashed out for selling this company. But now the company come take over the role of NNPC. You know, it was supposed to be like, okay, we'll just use your structure. Okay, you already have the structure of distribution, so we'll just use that. No. And I'm talking about like they've now taken over the department of NNPC Nigeria. The entire department is now owned by the OVH, Wale Tinubu. So anything that, when you're talking about importing fuel and all of this stuff, NNPC and all that, right? Who are those who are collecting subsidy money? Now you have them. Wale Tinubu representing your presidio, Tinubu. So they are ripping Nigeria off. And if Dangote refinery should go on, then people are going, probably that money that grew from 0 to over $2 billion in a year will dry up again. When Bokwari was there, the highest imported fuel from Malta in a single year was $53 million. $53 million in 8 years. So under Tinubu, from that same Malta, and they say it's because of the low quality, whatever, but in the last 1 year, Tinubu's government has actually paid importers over $2 billion to bring something from Malta. Now that gives a better understanding to why Dangote and everybody who is around Dangote, they know who are those coming for him. So the question is why? I just gave you the answer. That is why. Dangote refinery can work the same way Nigeria refineries can work. It just can't work except if he's ready to sell it to them. They can take it from him and then just dismantle it. They don't want any refinery to work. It is easier to bring the fuel in and cash out that way and milk you and milk you and milk you dry. No doubt. This is not like trying to kind of defend Dangote himself or could deserve any defense. But this is the truth. He knows it himself. Everyone around him knows. They are just wondering why. Why is thiefnubu trying to do this now? Abba, what did happen? So we have decided to send Alaji his own berets. He's going to protest on the 1st of August. I just thought you should know. Now talking about the 1st of August. Yeah. This is where the Abobakus are going to begin to have the rise in their blood pressure. And I love it. Sometimes they are like, they can always be like a cricket. That's always making sound. Like that. But by the time you walk closer, the moment you walk away and you walk away again, like that. But that's not how cricket sounds. So I can't remember how cricket sounds. So just take it that way. You get what I mean? Low lives. That even if they cost them, they go just sit down there. We'll go kill you. So we'll go kill you too. All of you, Abobaku, ni kure too. They will never take their phone and type it. You get what I mean? But there are times that they can't hold it together. I'm going to reply this way. Why are you cutting us now? Why are you? I say, ni kure times 1 million. Here is the one of the faces mobilizing, for the end bad governance. Why are you so angry about ending bad governance? That you are allowing these rogues to continue to incite you. They said they want to remove thiefnubu. Dele Alakori is out. I've been expecting him to speak. He don't talk.
I can also tell you their game plan because we have seen all of these things through credible intelligence is to create chaos and precipitate a coup and take Nigeria back to the halcyon days. In this day and age, would any reasonable Nigerian, any patriotic Nigerian, however much you hate the current administration, will support a violent change of regime? That is the objective of the people planning this thing. It's not a protest. Those who are stragglers and those who are largely uninformed or uninitiated to the fundamental objectives of the planners are the ones shouting on social media, hey, this, day, that, hey, yeah, no, yes, we want this, we want that. No, they are being used indirectly, some without their knowing, some with their knowledge or connivance. But the objective is a regime change by force. Please, you'll agree with me that no responsive government anywhere in the world will sit back and allow chaos to take place in its area of jurisdiction. It's not possible. It's not. Why? I did tell you that we are veterans in protest, so we can never muzzle protest. Just a few weeks ago, the NLC protested. We didn't muzzle anybody. They went out on the streets, and that's not the first time. They were not more.
Nuisance, Lele.
Apart from the fact that these guys are chronic liars, propagandists, they are also mental health patients. These are mad people, paranoid people, addicts, drug addicts. I'm talking about drug dealers. They always believe that people are coming for them. I mean, you can only feel like that if you know that you have done a lot of wrongs. Yeah, you have to live your life all the time, believing that people are coming for you. They are coming for us. They want to overthrow government. They are planning coup. We will not take it. Guess what? Now them go give gun to soldiers. Now they see soldiers did their barracks now, or then they Sambisa, where they are dodging bullet from the terrorists or dodging bomb. Now this low life, mentally retarded career criminals. Now them go call the soldiers, make them come out with guns and tanks, make them come help them crush the people. So if the soldier can't turn the tank around, Aso Rock, who are they going to blame? Who? Replying, Bob D.
You think before you act. It came. You want people to know you are bold. A tiger does not have to say, I'm a tiger. When you say a tiger, you know, it's, we all knew Tinubu is a tiger. So, but you don't have to come and prove it to us on day one that you are a tiger and then everything falls flat. Especially when the options are not ready. So, if you remove subsidy, okay, so what are the options? Then you start talking about palliatives. What are these palliatives? Spreading money, giving money to people on the street. I'm telling you, it's the stupidest thing Nigerian government does that gets me very angry. That at this time and age, you will carry cash and disburse in a country of over 200 million people. How many people are you going to buy? And then how much are you giving people? Buhari was giving 5,000 or thereabout. What can 5,000 naira buy? The 50,000 that Tinubu says he wants to distribute to 3 million people right now cannot even buy just a small basket of tomato. Why don't you invest that money? You see, I'm a constructive critic. Why don't you invest that money in vocational work? Get 1 million new millionaire entrepreneurs into the system. 1 million. If you give each of them 1 million, that's just 1 billion. That's all. 1 billion is 1 million in 1,000. Okay, you think before you act.
Bob D, I'm not worried. 1 trillion ni. Give 1 million people 1 million naira. Happy now? That's, you can create a millionaire that way. Vocational this thing that you can just say, yeah, go into this, but that would be a country with electricity. 1 million. 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. So now you have 12 zeros. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 and a 1 2 3. I think. Or maybe 1 trillion. That means 1 million Nigerians can be given 1 million naira. But we tell ourselves, waiting that 1 million naira go by. Without money, 1 million naira turn them to millionaire for real. In a country without electricity, in a country without infrastructure, in a country without security. You see, because these solutions are of Nigeria. As you see, once you don't get these guys out, now this guy is explaining, probably trying to give Dele Alakori some sense. Listen, people who are demanding, they said their demands are not possible. Can you say they should close Senate? Close it. I mean, people didn't create it. Now Una created it. Yes. Now Una, among yourselves, not the people. People didn't write the Constitution. Throw it into the bin. Why are you afraid? Now, here is one of the faces. I showed you a few earlier today, right? Here is one of our brothers who is also running what do you call it? Demobilization. Demobilization for end bad governance. Let's go there.
We should go to unicameralism in order to cut excessive and unreasonable government spending. There's no need for us to have a Senate House when we already have a populated House of Rep.
So, but are you also calling? Are you also calling? Just a second. Just so we get clarity, I'm already out of time. Are you also saying that the Constitution should be suspended?
No. What we are saying is that we can use an interim constitution. The same thing happened in South Africa during the apartheid. We can use an interim constitution while...
Do we have a draft of that interim constitution? Do we have an interim constitution?
Even if we do not have a draft, wait, Mr. Anko, I believe that it is when we begin to discuss about what benefits the people that we begin to analyze the complexity of the whole thing.
Okay.
It doesn't take... Governance is not rocket science. Governance, when Tinubu wanted to push the 70,000 minimum wage, the whole thing happened under 3 to 2 days. So,
but you do know that
governance complex,
yes,
in order to defend the people in power.
You do know that process that you talked about didn't happen on the street. It happened with engagement, right?
Yes.
Okay.
While we are also on the streets too, we are engaging. But protest is the only language that African governments understand. And we have seen it. Mr. Sega is trying to impose himself as a professor of protest, who is trying to draw up a model of protest. And I'll tell him that the protest that sent military parking in Nigeria was not modeled by anybody. Nobody sat down to draw the master plan of the protest that sent parking the military in Nigeria. Nobody sat down to draw the protest
Are you saying that anyway, I'm completely out of time, Mr. Adenola, and I really wish we could have this conversation more. Maybe it's, behind the scene, you and I don't have your number here, but maybe somehow we'll find a way to talk so that you can have some understanding of how that one.
My number is on the viral letter.
Now, just a second, so we can have that conversation and we'll take that on. But thank you so much.
Channel C, Nigerian journalists who keep calling you out, all of you who are actually part of the rotten system. You have your way. Oh, you have your way. Make it more like, are you not sure that this whole thing you are, that way? As if to say you are living in the moon, out of space. Who are those sponsoring the protest in Nigeria? Abobaku, bring out your pen. These 3 following people are the people behind the protest. If you can get them arrested, the protest won't hold. It will stop immediately. And they are...
Who are those sponsoring protests against President Tinubu? There are 3. 1, Tinubu's own ineptitude. 2, unabated insecurity. 3, worsening mass abject poverty.
Thank you, sir. Did you get it? Do you get it? So if you don't get it, forget about it.
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
Because it's going to hold. Okay? Don't be too daft. I mean, come on, man. Grow up, okay? All of this one that you are jumping from one Facebook to Twitter to YouTube to everywhere. Telling people that they should come out, they should come home, they should come and lead it. Are you that daft? Are you that daft? Do you think that actually is a flex? Why don't you come back home and lead it? Why don't you come back here? They are just like a 2 dumb things to be saying, okay? Get a life. The people that are going to deal with you and deal with what they don't want, they are there with you. So it's up to them. Do you get that? So when you see the people that want to get up, with your empty stomach. Oh yeah, try it. So it is going to hold. In Yoruba, this is a message in Yoruba. August 1st.
Aku dédé àsìkò yẹn olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ní pàápàá jùlọ ìlú Ìbàdàn. Mo ń fi dédé àsìkò yìí kí tolórí tẹlẹ́mọ̀, akẹ́kọ̀ọ́, olùkọ́, olùtajà lọ́tùn lósì, ẹ̀yin bàbá lájé ìyá lájé, ẹ má dáwàdà, ẹ jẹ́ àjọṣe, àjùmọ̀ṣe ló dùn, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọṣe. Ìwọ́de ìfẹ̀hónúhàn oníwọ́ọ́rọ́wọ́ tí àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, àwa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ìlú tá à ń pè fún, a wò pé ìlú ò lọ, kò fara rọ, ebi ń pa wá, ọ̀wọ́n gógó epo ń bẹ́ẹ̀, owó iléèwé àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ó tún gbéwó lórí, owó oṣù òṣìṣẹ́ kò lọ déédéé. Láwọn fi àkókò yìí wò pé ẹjá fi ẹ̀hónú wa hàn kí ìjọba àpapọ̀ àti ìjọba àbílẹ̀ kán lè ṣàtúnṣe. Ẹ̀mọ́jà àgbàdo pé àwa ládìbò yẹn wọn síbẹ̀ o, ojúṣe wa sì ní láti béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn pé Intent ṣe kò tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn. À ń fi àsìkò ìpè yìí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé ìwọ́de tí ń bọ̀ ní ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 2024 August 1st 2024 ní ìlú Ìbàdàn. Ẹ̀túyáyá kẹ̀túyáyá ẹ sọ fún tolórí tẹlẹ́mọ̀ kí wọ́n darapọ̀. Ìyálọ́jà, babalọ́jà, ẹlẹ́ran, mẹkáníìkì, gbogbo níṣẹ́ ọwọ́, àjùmọ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ àjọṣe.
Thank you. Actually, I can be he's calling on the Oyo people to join them, okay? So now I use this one, back them up small. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you. That's your anthem. Wale Wike said that those who are organizing protests are planning to overthrow government, but this was Wale Wike in 2020 when he first threatened the protesters in Rivers State during the NSAS protest. He said, if anybody, Rivers State is not that same way he's talking right now. Or when the men mount, or when the men mounted, even Wale Wike, in front of his government house, he had no choice to come out. This was Wale Wike nearly 4 years ago. The Wale that is now. Oh, I'm waiting for that day. And to my Fabujale, you will see.
Hold on. What you Nigerians like? People who die to die. I'm not one of those governors, and I will not be. I will say it the way it is. Whether everybody likes it or not. Remember, how you know when there was so much kidnapping in this state. Hold on. When there was so much kidnapping in this state, I those that are allowed to the federal government, they said it was politics. Right? That's okay. I pray to God that kidnapping, killing, and robbery will take over the entire country. I see nothing over the entire country. Calm down. Calm down. Now it's no longer politics. Nobody has suffered. No state has suffered in the hands of SARS like Rivers State. Now let me tell you, I'm the only state, the only governor who has come out to fight against SARS. I think they must get this SARS. No governor came out, not one. Fine. We have lost so many people in this state. When I was shouting in this country, I was shouting about SARS. I was shouting about SARS. Not one state supported Rivers State. Not one state. SARS has killed our people a lot. No state agreed. Now, and you want to tell me the same SARS now has gone to keep people in another state. Now it has touched them. Now, you want me now? When they were killing my people, I was shouting, nobody shouting. Now they have killed their own people now. Now they have seen how bad SARS.
Aye, that was him. Initially, he said there would be no any protest in Riverside. When he realized that, I remember that. Oh, my SARS. Damn. They're not born and well. He quickly joined them to save face and started saying, "Oh, I have been talking about it. I have been shouting. Nobody has." How come when Wike talks and he doesn't cough? I'm trying to talk like him and I'm already having itchy throat. Nobody talks. So I pray to God. I pray to God that this kidnapping in River State, it will cover the whole country. I told God, is it not cover the whole country? Is it not cover the whole country? That was him now. And he's threatening people right now. He said those who lost are those who are asking to have a better life. When they had, what do you call it? They had a meeting in Lagos. I think it's the Obas that called that, okay? So I have those who dress like Obas, the Agberos of Lagos dress like Oba. Look at them. So they have this message for their people. Do not protest. No, they didn't talk that way. Now listen.
Gbogbo àwọn tọ́lọ́n fẹ́ wá ṣe protest tẹ́ bá wò wọ́n ẹ lè rọ́mọ bíbí Èkó nù wọn ẹ lè rọ́mọ Jọlá nù wọn ẹ lè rọ́mọ Olùwà nù wọn ẹ lè rọ́mọ Yèékàn nù wọn. So táwọn bàbá wa tó bá gbà wọ́n lálejò táwọn náà ń jẹ tó ń mu tó wọn náà fẹ́ dàbí irú ṣé má gbà fún wọn ṣé má gbà fún wọn.
Àwa náà gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba Èkó olóyè Èkó àwa náà ti dúró àní láti wálẹ̀ kọ́ wá gbà kàn ní wa jẹ́ mọ́ o. Torí pé kò sọ́mọ tó máa jọ̀bọ̀ Èkó tó bí ire tó máa fẹ́ bá nǹkan ní bàbá àtìlẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀. Ètò ṣe kọjá yẹn àríwò tó dálẹ̀ ẹ lọ sí pálásì ọba tó gbọdọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀. Ní ìgbàmọ̀ àrọ̀ wọn ni o adẹ̀ ń rọ IG àti kọmíṣánná kọ́gbọ́n àbẹ̀wò kọ́jókòó sílé wọn o. Àbẹ̀yìn ni ẹjọ́ ń tọrọ lọ ẹ̀bùn ọmọ yín wí kọ́jókòó sílé yín tábà fi pé èyí tó ṣe kọjá yẹn ọdún fẹ́ dánwò àláìpẹ̀dá sílẹ̀ wọn á kan àkókò láti sọ ọlọ́run yóò tó báyìí lọ.
You talk to me.
I talk to you.
Nígbà yìí, mo fẹ́ pe bàbá mi. His Royal Majesty.
Wàá ọmọ Èkó gbogbo ọmọ Èkó ni wá mo kí gbogbo wa. Ṣé ẹ máa tẹ̀lé fẹ́ sọ ní pé èmi rọ gbogbo àwọn tó fẹ́ protest kọ́ ṣe sùúrù o nítorí pé.
nuisance lélẹ́yìí nuisance lélẹ́yìí.
Àwọn olórí burúkú tó fi ń jọba lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nìyẹn àwọn ọba thiefnubu Ọ̀jọ̀ra Oyèkán what other name did he mention? Àwọn nìyẹn they are Agbero ni wọ́n, they are pretty much like Agbero boys. Okay, so they feed from thiefnubu's palm. So that these guys, they were telling the people there that the IG should help them beg the people that want to come and protest. He said, if you look at those who are coming to protest in Lagos, they are not from Lagos. There's no Lagosians among them. He's indirectly saying that the people who want to protest in Lagos are non-Yorubas. He didn't want to say the Igbo. So he said, they are not from Lagos. They are not Lagosians. And the last time that they had the same protest, they destroyed Lagos. You know, they keep saying that to you, Abi. You know, the protesters didn't destroy anything in Lagos.
God damn it, man. Thiefnubu kò ní kúre, tó bá kúre kò ní sunre. You get what that means? Jaba jaba, rede rede, òun lere òṣùpá, rede rede ló máa gbẹ̀yìn ayé ẹ̀. For what he has done to a lot of you, including all of you olórí burúkú àgbàlagbàs who know the truth. But because nǹkan tẹ́ ń jẹ, nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ jẹ, ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú àdàgbà má dànù, ẹ̀yin àgbà òfò àgbà yà. He decided to help thiefnubu to continue to spread the narratives that are totally false, misleading. I can give you loads and loads of what happened in Lagos in 2020 if you are too lazy to go check them. But if you are looking for those who destroyed Lagos, they were those that thiefnubu, Sanwo-Iku, Olueran, and the rest of their killer squad, they are those they unleashed. They even used BRT bus to bring some of them to Alausa when the protesters won't go away. They brought these people. But now they are telling you, these are the people who burned down Lagos. So look at them.
See knife, see knife.
And they will do the same thing in August. Lagos State government, Sanwo-Iku, used the BRT bus to load thugs to different areas, including Lekki. They beat them up in Lekki. They couldn't overwhelm the Lekki crowd. And that is why the one they did in Alausa, the one they did, and that is a 7-up. Oh. You know 7-up. So from there, you just cross straight and walk straight with their cutlass, with weapons, all of that is on record. Oh.
But this Olori Buruku APC, Egbekegbe, all of this Olori Buruku Omo Aledede Le Yoruba, because of thiefnubu, because they were calling every day. They were calling, they have to do something. Oh, this protest is taking too long. Oh, Sanwo-Iku must do something. Oh, the same way they are threatening on social media right now. That's exactly where they were threatening until the day 19th of October when they moved these thugs. The following day, it became more brutal. Then they've concluded Sanwo-Iku declare curfew in Lagos. The following day after this video, Sanwo-Iku declared curfew. 12. Have you ever seen a state government declaring curfew at 12 noon? Everybody must be back home by 4 p.m. Sanwo-Iku did. Then they've given the soldiers the march, the police the march, kill anyone around that time and take their bodies away. But today they are changing that narrative. Igbos burned down Lagos. The Igbos said they want to do it again. No, are these the Igbos that burned down Lagos? In BRT buses.
See knife, see knife.
That's the Igbos that burned down Lagos.
And to pay látàyè báyìí lẹ ti máa jẹyà lọ, ayé yìí lẹ ti máa jẹrà látàyè ni kẹtókù. No amount of enjoyment, no amount of whatever it is you think you have right now. Emma tarakakuni. Nígbà tó bá máa yá, and you will die without the people you are actually like keeping all these things for. You are destroying a race. Because of one man. You turn yourself around. People are suffering. People are dying because of hunger. You are seeing it everywhere. But you continue to push the narrative of a one man that says, oh, it's not because I am not competent. It's not because I appointed the thieves. You know them. You are seeing his appointees. You can see them. Are you not seeing them in your communities when they come around? You complain of poverty. They come around with opulence, don't they? Or rather, you turn it around. For one man, well, you will see. And so as for some of you who are also helping them, Yoruba conservative, Yoruba liberal, you are helping these Olori Buruku elders. All these Olori Buruku elders, those who are sending the children of other people to an errand, they will never send their children. You are on social media, you are regurgitating what they are saying. We can tell you that future that you think you have is what they are using right now to keep themselves good and happy, right? By the time you find out, it will be too late. I will be here. I promise you. You know, I promise you. So you keep pushing it. Emma push, hello. It's a matter of time. You know that? thiefnubu won't be here forever. And APC, Egbekegbe won't even be in charge of anything in Yoruba land. At a point. Then I will be here to remind you, all of you, destroying our people, destroying our culture, destroying our tribe, destroying our tradition for one person. Because the problem. This one is talking to his people that they should not protest. Guess who is that? The man from Cross River, that Ayade, Olympotic Peri, the budget of Olympotic Peri, that mod. Oh, God damn it, man. Now, to show that he's talking to his people, I want you to look at the structure of this is Ayade, a thief that is standing trial with the EFCC as a governor of, as a former governor of Cross River States, right? He's talking about the protest too. Listen and look at the people around him, because probably he knows if this will change their mind and grab me, hey, I can't survive it. Listen.
You know that we have only one state. Our pride is Calabar. Our pride is Calabar. When we destroy Calabar, after all of this, nobody will come. The pain, the agony, the hunger will be too much. If we check all countries that starts this way, they end up with a revolution. It never ends. It turns to full-blown war. Every one of us will go down. I pray that God should touch everybody's soul here. You are here as my people. You know how many times I've cried for this state. God knows. Cross River State is one of the states with the lowest income. Please, we're all young people. You all know, I always tell you that I was born into a very poor family. So I know what you go through. That is why I started trying to do industries that can create jobs. Ask in the name of God whether this state has money to pay for those industries. We're struggling. I see your hardship, I see the pain. Unfortunately, that's what I have. If we check out of 36 states, Cross River is there at the bottom. I'm not owing salary. I'm not owing pension. I'm appointed 6,000 people. I'm taking another youth, 20,000 youths. I'm doing all of this because I know the situation. Please, all of you should join me to protect our state. Calabar is the pride of the whole country. Our carnival will go down. Everything we have.
That's how they do. Most of the people that will tell you to endure, these are well-fed people, or the ones they've given a crumb to go say it to you. Deji was also on TV today. I know some of you will probably be like, no, listen.
Protest continues. You cannot pull out of a protest that you did not organize, that you were not invited to join. Right. And these are just hungry people who are being paid by the government to come on air and embarrass themselves and their families. You know, so nobody's Nigerians.
What makes you think they are being paid by government?
Of course, the government is sharing billions. I've been sharing billions in the last 3 weeks to different groups, religious people, and all kinds of people, trying to get people to frustrate their protests. But you're going to see what's going to happen all over the country on the 1st of August. The government is going to learn a bitter lesson about taking the people of Nigeria for granted.
Now, that exactly is what the government is concerned about, and those who are dissociating themselves from this protest. When you say the government will see what will happen on the 1st of August, what exactly will happen? I mean, Nigerians are expecting a peaceful.
It's going to be
extremely.
It's going to be extremely peaceful.
Right.
Extremely. You know, Nigerians are going to express themselves in line with Section 40 of the Constitution, that Nigerians have the right to assemble, to gather, and to express their grievances at government at all levels. You know, and this is an inalienable right of every citizen of this country. The government cannot tell people when to protest or how to protest or how to complain about maladministration of the government, especially considering the fact that this president today was a perpetual protester. He's a man that has funded protests against government. He has always been in the opposition funding protests against government, you know, and basically, because he has been doing it, I don't know how someone who has been funding protests no longer wants protests when he's now in the saddle of leadership. And because karma is the universal donor, you know, it must go round, because you funded protests against the Jonathan government in 2012 when over subsidy removal. Today you have removed subsidy, and today you do not want Nigerians to protest. And they've been calling groups for the past 3 weeks to the villa, to all kinds of places, to ministries, to give them money, to go and be organizing town hall meetings and all these things.
Has your group been invited?
Severally, we have. Severally. We have declined. We have spoken to some people in government, and we have told them, we said, if you want this protest not to hold, remove fuel subsidy. Bring back fuel subsidy. If you want this protest not to hold, do ABC, things that will improve the life of people, not collect money, collect dollar from people in government, and you go on television and start embarrassing yourself. Protest control.
Who are those sponsoring protests against President Tinubu? There are 3. 1, Tinubu's own ineptitude. 2, unabated insecurity. 3, worsening mass abject poverty.
This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. Since 1992, when I encountered you, I don't think this is the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. That calls me his friend, and I call him my friend, and calls me my son, and I call him my father. This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know.
I think that's what he said. In Asari Dokubo's area, they sent Uju Kennedy to go and tell the people, to tell their children to stay at home, sit at home, don't join the protest. I thought that the government is against sit at home. So the government is now promoting sit at home. Rolong B, you all see God. Then they happen. Uju Kennedy.
This is what Mr. President said. He said he doesn't like how things were going before. Let everything be restructured. I am saying it before my brothers. That is what the Mr. President said. When all these things are done, Nigeria will fine as America. Trust me. America has 200 and something years. Nigeria has 60 something years. We are not doing too bad. But we will do more. These Nigerians are begging. For the sake of these men, women that flew in, for your sake, for the sake of women, their mothers, their sisters, and their daughters, I beg you, please calm down and give a little time. We are going to give testimony within a year. That is the promise. More testimonies every day. No woman! No woman! May God bless you. May God bless all of you. Thank you so much. I remember. I don't know what to say, but to plead with Nigerians in my heart. I have shown them love. I have shown them commitment. I have shown my women that they have somebody to fight for them. I couldn't have done this if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not giving me support, because they would have removed me, killed me, or kicked me out. But he stood by me. That is the strength I have. That is the backbone that I have. And that is why I can fight for the women. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu standing by me shows that he's standing by women. And the women are the mothers of the nation. That's why we decided to gather, to plead with our children. We don't want to lose any of them. Let them stay home and give a chance. I believe 1 year from now, all the government has been doing will start showing. I know things are hard. I am not taking it away from them.
In the short term, what are you doing to alleviate the hunger of these women?
Under 1 year, Women Affairs, we've supplied economic machines to about 16 states, including FCT. Within less than 4 months. Just this year, President wants to change things. That's why he sat on the allocation to make sure that it will be properly used. We used to travel a lot before now.
Nuisance, you know what me I shall like? When you see their social media bandits, Facebook ads men, they will tell you that you are just making noise. All of you are just making noise online. Nothing will happen, but guess what? At least you have watched me today. Was there any time that you felt like bored from the report I brought to you, from politicians, from their friends, from their this and that? Everybody saying, please don't protest. Please don't protest. Oba, politicians, this governor. Everybody is saying, everybody is begging everybody. But on social media, you will see the abobakus. You guys are just making noise. Nothing will happen. Or your people, they run everywhere. They beg. They beg people. I told you they have mental disorder. Okay? It's unfortunate. You are begging everybody everywhere. Don't join them. Do please, please now. We are doing everything. Give us 1 year. Give us 3 years. Give us 1 more. Yeah. But you are bragging. Even police IG, you have to come out. It's your right. We cannot stop you. But please, be peaceful. But you are on social media with us. You say we are just making noise. Sabi? I showed you. I showed you, sir. When they start running, I will show it to all of you here. Because they will send me the video. I always have them. Always have all these videos. And I love it as we are counting the days down to the, Look at that there. By saying in a short time, what do you mean? They were asking her. So she had to quickly think of something and say, okay, we have done empowerment this year alone. Please, if not because the president, they would have kicked me out. She even said they would have killed her. Uju. Deceiving people, giving them peanuts, gather them together, take pictures, put them in your catalog and say, I was in Bayelsa, I was in Port Harcourt, and I gave women, look at the pictures, they were so happy. Sharing money. That's exactly what they call the economic recovery, restructuring economy. Well, let's go to Rivers, though. In Rivers State, this guy said the caretaker chairman of Rivers State under Fubara, say the Joy Youth Council don't talk, say they go join. They will shut down the flow of oil, crude oil, in Nigeria from the 1st of October. 1st of August. If the government is in a joke. Now, with the weakest thugs who are now on the side of Fubara, they themselves don't issue statements. And when no to protest. We support President Bola Tinubu's government. There will be no protest in our local government area. These guys actually think they have something other than
they plan to use force and attack people. You see Oba? You see those Oba? If they disobey what we have just said, we will deal with them. What do you go do? What do Oba won't do? Other than just to cause wahala in his own area. Abi? Oba is waiting for Commissioner of Police to send police to come and help him shoot anybody. But he's feeling like he has the power. I'm an Oba. We are Oba. Whatever we say, it's final. Edi Yawere, sir. Oba Bo. Oba Eko. They can't Oba in Yoruba land. They can't Oba Eko. It's funny. One ka Oba nile Yoruba. En ka Oba Gbero. Àwọn Oba ọmọ nílẹ̀. Àwọn wèrè akótilẹ́tà. Land grabbers, land sellers, low lives with lifestyle, royal father. If I am the there's one of them, the one they mentioned when they killed Mohbad. This is the gang, and they have nothing to do with Yoruba land. They have nothing to do with culture of Yoruba land. These are opportunists. They will deny Yoruba land at any time. Well, they don't, not today. They will tell you, say, when they want to use their politics to say, oh, we want to lose power, they will say they are Yorubas. The moment they realize that, you say, say Lagos as Yoruba, I say, no. Hey, don't bring your Yoruba nation here. We are not part of your Yoruba nation. Don't come here. And yet you see some Olori Buruku shouting, they are defending Yoruba heritage. We must defend our leader. We must, Elegushi, àwọn ọba onílẹ̀, àwọn ọba tálẹ̀tálẹ̀, àwọn olè, àwọn akótilétà, arúgún. Give them money. That's what they want. So that they can drive Rolls Royce. They can wear this most heaviest gold. They can marry as many beautiful women as they want. They can live royal life, jobless criminals, unproductive elements. All they need to do is just to continue to lick the ass of the drug dealer, Pablo Escobar. When it is convenient for them, they are Yoruba. Whenever you now say, we are all Yoruba now, let us say, no, we are not part of your Yoruba nation. Stay away. Lagos is not part of it. We are on our own. And you see you that is not from that Lagos, you go around and continue to help them spread thiefnubu's AIDS. I hope you understand before it is too late. So yeah, these guys are saying that they are not joining, and like as if to say they actually have anything other than the violence that they think they do have. Listen to them, our clowns.
Of June 2024, where intense deliberations were made and resolutions reached on measures to adopt in improving the lives of our people at the grassroots and the swift release of allocations due the local government councils. We, the members of Argon River State Chapter, state as follows. We thank Mr. President Senator Wale Tinubu for the timely and unhindered release of allocations for the various councils. We want to thank our peace-loving governor, His Excellency Sasim Nalai Fubara, who has instructed us to remain peaceful in the face of unwarranted provocation and to dispense the local government funds in line with the local government laws for the overall benefit of our people. Argon River State Chapter disassociates itself from the planned protest from the 1st of August 2024 by faceless individuals against the government and policies of President Tinubu. We state categorically that we are committed to cascading the key objectives of the Renewed Hope agenda of Mr. President in our various local government areas. We hereby call on our people to discountenance any planned protests as measures are being put in place to cushion the effect of the economic situation. We recall earlier today that immediate past local government chairmen made inciting statements bordering on claims to perpetuate themselves in office they had constitutionally ceased to occupy at the efflution of time on the 17th of June 2024. We hereby warn the impostors to desist forthwith and call on the River State Commissioner of Police to call them to order. We as Argon also condemn in strong terms the attack on our members, the chairman of Ikwere local government area and that of the chairman of
Nuisance Lele.
There's no point in you listening to that, is there? No, don't waste our time. But we're still going to be in that River State because there's something that is called updates, right?
They have pledged their allegiance to thiefnubu, but it won't last. Forget about them. Okay? When they had their clashes at Ikwere local government area yesterday, the guy took themselves to the hospital. Asha can like the fact that when they send out these strong warnings to themselves, it means they have something to look forward to when they begin to kill themselves, right? Well, these are those who claim to be the victims of the attack on themselves by the way, the weakest men yesterday.
Opinion leader in Omrelu community where this incident took place. It was terrible. We have not had, in fact, this one was something else, where Dr. Darlington Oji, the CTC chairman of the local government, came to Omrelu yesterday to give up palliative and also empowerment to the youth, the women, and other persons. Opinion leaders were seated, the offer holders were seated, everybody in the community came, and they came to receive Dr. Darlington Oji. Surprisingly, Samuel Oando from nowhere with his dogs and some policemen. He led some policemen and dogs, and they came to the community. They were shooting direct to the people. I don't know what the community has done to Samuel Oando. And he was calling the governor a fool. In fact, I am sending message to federal government. Let President Tinubu, let him take note. Let DSS, the Yellow House should take note. Louis-Death House should take note. All the police and security formation should take note of what Dr. Samuel Oando is doing. He is not a member again. He is not a council chairman anymore. He is not a local government chairman anymore. He should keep off. His people have rejected him. Go to Jare, where he's building hotel in Jare. The hotel he's building in Jare, he used his mouth to confess that that hotel in Jare is more than 4 billion. Ordinary local government chairman. He's done. In fact, I'm using this opportunity to call EFCC to investigate the fund under Samuel Oando watch. If EFCC refuses to investigate the fund, I am a national figure. We will protest against Samuel Oando and we will make sure that Samuel Oando is brought to book. Enough is enough. Nobody has monopoly of violence. Calling on the king of Omagwan, the royal highness of Omagwan, to call their son Samuel Oando to order. To call him to order. If you refuse to call him to order, we will fight with him, we will battle with him since he has decided to turn Omrelu as theater of war. We will battle with him. After battling with him, we will go to his community and battle his community. If they refuse to arrest Samuel Oando for this dastardly act, this barbaric act, this obnoxious act that he came to perpetrate in Omrelu, we will never leave any stone unturned until Samuel Oando is brought to book. It is not by force to rule people. There is no constitution in Nigeria that gives people third tenure. I know that Nigeria has amended their constitution to that level. Samuel Oando's second tenure cannot be extended. He has done two terms. He has done 6 years. He has done 6 years. He should step aside. And we have now the caretaker committee chairman, Dr. Darlington Oji. I call on EFCC. I call on Commissioner of Police of Rivers State to investigate where Samuel Oando is seeing all those arms and ammunition that he used to mend and cause mayhem. The police, the primary duty of police is to secure the people, protect life and properties. But I see no reason why Samuel Oando will be doing this, and police are accomplices. If they are not accomplices, let them come and claim and arrest Samuel Oando. And I call upon the governor of Rivers State that have been maintaining peace. You can't maintain peace on the detriment of your people. You can't say let peace reign and people are killing your people. You must stand up to fight the battle. Samuel Oando should be arrested and be taken to court and be tried. That is the position of the community.
I'm Chief G.U. Amadi JP from Omrelu community, the chairman of all village chairmen. The
news of the chaos that was perpetrated 3 days ago by the former Boss Council chairman in person of engineer Oando Samuel. As a first-hand eyewitness, what do you have to say concerning the events that day?
Okay, on that fateful day, people of Omrelu community gathered to receive federal palliative that was to be shared to them by the CTC chairman, Honorable Darlington Oji, who came to give us palliative, where some hoodlums or some persons who came in company of Honorable Samuel Oando, the immediate past council chairman, with his men came and opened fire on innocent citizens of Oando, where some were inflicted with gunshot injuries and machetes. And at that time, the foreholders and chiefs and the women wings and all opinion leaders of the community were there in Omokroga Town Hall, where we used to gather to receive the palliative. Unfortunately, we saw the ugly side of the event, which was not what we bargained for. And Oando is not known for violence. We were surprised on the attack to people of Oando. About 3 machines from the foreholders were scattered away. Some vehicles, about 10 vehicles, were damaged beyond repair on that fateful day. And the pictures are viral on social media.
Have you seen the patients that were shot?
Yes, we are at the hospital where we came to give them. Here are some of the gunshot victims. As you can see, this left leg is condemned, if not for intervention of the doctors who were promptly giving them treatment. Like this one you can see here, on his forehead there is a bullet wound, at his back. These are all bullet wounds. These are all bullet wounds. The spinal cord is affected. Like this one is a right leg there. As you can see, he's lying there, helpless. He's an orphan who came to receive a palliative. So nothing. You see this one is a graduate. All of them are graduates. They just came to receive a council chairman, CTC chairman, and they met the ugly side of it. So this is some of them too. This is some of them. This one, the case is too critical. That is too much on him. He hasn't talked. He hasn't spoken since then. So we don't know. But we pray God will help to revive him. Then this one is a machete, a very deep machete cut.
Opinion leader in Omrelu community.
Now they say wound we no get blood. Oh, na feel. They are documenting everything. Here you get now. They are fighting over local government money. Who should be in charge? The ones there before was like, no, you cannot take us out. I'm still there. They said I should still be there. That's why they are fighting themselves. But that's like a stage room. Here you go. They do that a lot. Now for Rivers State, Chidi Lloyd broke the mace in the State House of Assembly on the head of his colleague. That one was bleeding like that. Everything everywhere soak of blood. And then 1 hour after that, Chidi Lloyd was on hospital bed with bandage on his head, receiving medical attention. Say, now who smart person head? Now who said that the bandage? That's how much Rivers State is. I'm talking about something about 10 years ago. Rivers of drama. That's what I love to call them. Rivers of drama. In Anambra, you are free to go out and participate in the protest if you want to. Okay? It's your choice. Just be peaceful. That's what the commissioner of police had to say here.
As long as those who want to protest, we will not deny them the right to protest, but they have a right to make sure that others who are not protesting are not molested, are not disturbed, the roads are not blocked. And so we will do our part to protect those who are peaceful. If we know them, tell us their locations and the routes across the states where they want to do their peaceful protest. But if those who are organizing the protest are faceless, I'm still asking that they should come and see me. So I will know what they want to do, where they want to do it, when they want to do it, so I can offer them the protection that the law provides that we offer them. But be rest assured that the command will not tolerate any violent protest. As long as those who want to...
We don't hear you. Shut up. Nobody's going to give you, nobody's going to come and see you. Police officer, a lot of you have been hearing about it online, Abby. So since everybody is aware, go online and check where they have started putting out the locations. I haven't seen where the senators gather in front of the Aso Rock, okay? Or Eagle Square in Abuja will be opened on that day. Where the Wike said he's hosting a traditional rulers meeting. So when you go to that Eagle Square and where the Wike says no, you can't use it, It is people's property, okay? Around that time, you can take it over, occupy it, And if the end you want to go to the asshole rock, you need the number. You do need the number. As the day rolls by, they are going to send more intimidation. Maybe like say they don't run out of people where they go send to you now. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Thank you so I'll leave it at that because I wanted to say something about Ifeanyi Uba. I actually really want to say use his life and his death as a lesson. Then I saw the video, the last video, I believe, he uploaded in London before his death. I just felt like, you know what? We can spare him tonight. It will be another day, okay? Ifeanyi Uba is dead. He died in London, as announced yesterday.
Yeah. You can see the family of Senator Ifeanyi Uba in UK. We are here, in the city of London, enjoying. Let us thank God for the victory. Who is like unto thee, O Lord? Who is like unto thee, O Lord? Among the gods, Father, who is like thee? Glorious in holiness and fearful in praises, always doing wonders, hallelujah. Who is like unto thee, O Lord? Who is like unto thee?
It is well. If every one of us remembers the day that we will no longer be here, it's enough for us to kind of think about this life. When we have an opportunity, especially in public office, to actually affect the life of the people in a positive way. There are those who, like other politicians in Nigeria, there are those who will tell you, Ifeanyi Uba helped them. It's Capital Oil that squandered 135 billion naira loan that he took and diverted it, some of it, into his governorship ambition in Anambra. He lost, and also the money. Then it became an issue that Ifeanyi Uba felt like he's been harassed to some extent, right? It was to be charged for criminal, I want to remember the charges. They are like criminally covering up or undervaluing the properties that were supposed to be collateral for loans, so that these lenders won't be able to really sell those properties or something like that. So he was to be charged for that. Then they withdrew the case. The media said that he won. The charges against him has been dropped. That man died. Today, 135 billion naira Amcon's money is dead too. Even though they have some of his properties, okay? But like I said, after seeing that video of himself and his children, I was like, okay, we'll talk about him some other time. I know they respect a dead criminal. Here you get me now. But we'll do it some other time. I'm out of time though. Thank you so much, every one of you, tonight. And I think I can still take calls. Yes, I can. So what happened is I'm going to take a break, okay? I will be back. And when I come back, to those of us who are still going to be here, yeah, we can talk. And if you really have to go, I understand. Just make sure you like the broadcast before you do. Yes, I'll be back.
They say, Ikutoshe wasi, Ikutoshe wasi. Death is not the end of a man. Death is not final. And that is why when you are alive, please do try to live. Live first before you die. One day, all of you are going to turn on your screen and I will not be here. Yeah, one day you are going to be rushing home. I want to go and watch Mayegun and I will not be here. The news is going to hit you. Mayegun is gone. And you're going to be like, what? And if you do know that it's also going to be your turn, it's going to be my turn, it's going to be everybody's turn. So every day you live your everyday like it is going to be your last. When you have a chance of helping us, helping those who need your help, supporting those who need your support. I'm not talking about money or others, right? There are so many of us who have found ourselves in position of privileges. And we've actually stood people up like, nah, I'm not going to do it to punish him. Well, that's fine. I live my life like it is going to be my last. I am not suicidal, right? But that's how I've been living my life. It could be my last. I live every day, I plan and all that, but you know what I mean? It could be my last. So when I have a chance of speaking my mind and speaking my truth, I may not have another chance. You too. When it is time for you to stand up for what is right, do it. Just do it. You may never have another chance. I don't mean to make you feel emotional, okay? But it's true. Yeah? One day you're going to come here and Mayegun won't be here and say, oh, he's gone. I say, oh my God. Like that. But not now, not now. Ikumi Oti, yeah? Hello there.
Hello. Is that Mayegun?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Wow. This is wonderful. My name is Andy.
Yes, sir. How are you today?
I'm a first-time caller. I just said I would try. I've been trying to get it for years, and I've never gotten it. So
you are not just a first-time caller today. You're actually the first caller as well. What are the odds?
Wow, this is miracle.
Bless you.
Over
man.
5 years, I just gave up not calling. I just said today, let me try. And it happened.
It's good to
okay, let me not take your time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for what you've been doing. I'm calling from LA, California. Today episode has been wonderful. I appreciate what you've been doing. I will just speak on this attitude of Bola Tinubu, president. You know, of course, I've been a politician before I left Nigeria, so I know all these antics. I've done protests with the student union. I've worked with Sahara Reporter. That's our dear from Unilag. So he's making a very good effort. So let's talk about Tinubu and these antics. Of course, they want to intimidate the people, but I'm happy that the Nigerian people have resolved that this protest will take place.
It will.
I'm so eager that they've done that. The major thing now is how do we channel this protest so that it will bear results? Last time you showed us the video of someone who said that at least they must reform the electoral, they must do the electoral reform, because without it, we are going nowhere. That is very true. And let me give it to you. You are one person that have convinced me that Nigeria has to be broken down. This thing is breaking down. That's the only way we'll succeed. I left UK, went to Nigeria, contested the elections, saw that they were not doing election. What they're doing was selection. Before I had to leave to go back to the United States. So the only way this contraption will work is to break it down. So one of the agenda of this protest, it must be tailored in a way that it has to be broken down. There's no amount of
must be crushed, smashed, and all of that crushed.
So if we can put up, if we too, we need to be suggesting the solution.
Yes.
If we can, the members here can start bringing positions of what Nigeria need to do in this protest. They will hear us.
Yes.
They will hear us. From now on, I'm going to be calling. Now that I know that I have the power to suggest, so that I can start making decisions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
God bless you, man. And you didn't give me a name. Is that on purpose?
ND. I told you ND. The full name is
I'm so sorry.
Yes,
I didn't pick it in time.
ND.
Yeah, Baba.
All right.
Thank you so much. I'll remember now from LA. God bless you.
From LA. Problem.
Thanks so much. So I will remember him. Is my first caller and first timer too. Indeed, a lot of people are investing in this. They are investing on this. Trust me. What is going on in Nigeria is pretty much like, people have become so disappointed, so disoriented, disinterested for so long. That doesn't mean that they do not wish something happen, because even if you are as far away from Nigeria, you still are not spared from the pang of the consequences of bad governance in Nigeria. So except if you are lying to yourself. Yeah? And I don't like lying to myself. Please don't. Hello. Oh, everyone. Sir, how are you?
Yes, sir. Baba. Mixed feelings, angry. Cause honestly speaking, I've always been an optimist, bro. And I will continue to be. But I want to speak Yoruba to the real indigenous Yoruba people. I want to speak to them. Ẹ̀yin ọba, ó mà ṣe o. Ṣé ọba la nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ń sìn báyìí ṣá? Àbáwọn ọba lásán, ọba jàtijàti.
Ọba lásán.
Ẹ̀yin ọba lásán torí owó. Ṣé bí ẹnìkan ló kú lẹ́ni báyìí sìn? Àfikún yọ náà.
Àbí? Èló ló mú lọ́nú ẹ̀ báyìí o.
Èló ló mú lọ nínú ẹ̀? Àwọn èèyàn wà lórí títì, wọ́n ń tọrọ jẹun, òró ń jẹjẹ. Wọ́n láwọn fẹ́ protest, wọ́n fẹ́ ẹ̀hónú hàn. Ẹ wá sọ fún wọn pé wọ́n má ṣe fún màlì ni wọ́n. Ṣé ẹ rí kẹ́yìn burúkú yìí jẹ ẹ̀yin àgbà láti jà tí àgbà tí ò tó lé àgbà lọ́wọ́ mẹ́rin àgbà akọmọlẹ́kùn jayé ẹ̀yin yìí gan.
Because they are actually
akọmọjẹ. Ṣé ní ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà láti jà tí ilẹ̀ ń pòwe pé àgbọ̀ kí ń wà lọ́jà kó orí ọmọ tuntun kó wọn. Ẹ̀yin ń bẹ lọ́jà, wọ́n ń gé orí ọmọ lọ, wọ́n ń gé ẹ̀dọ̀ ọmọ lọ, wọ́n ń gé ọ̀kẹ́ ọmọ lọ. Irú àwọn àgbà ọ̀fọ́ nítorí Tinubu. Nítorí Tinubu. Now, Mr. Maigun, I want us to start doing something. I don't know how easy it's going to be.
Tell us.
You see, all these unscrupulous people, let's start calling their names out. Their father, their mother, their children. I'm not talking about the extended family right now. The major nuclear ones. I'm talking about the father.
Like me, the same way they support Thiefnubu will say, me, I don't get home training. Imagine the audacity. So now who can't train Thiefnubu? Who raised him?
Baba. I'm a mental name training. So let's start calling their names out now. Anytime we talk about Thiefnubu, we call out the name, call out his name, his wife, his children.
Video we upload them too.
We'll be calling them out from now on. Now, ojúlówó ọmọ Yorùbá nílẹ̀ kóòtù òjìire, ojúlówó ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Àwọn rádaràda òṣàgbòfò yìí, ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn o. Ẹ túyáyá, ẹ má bà kẹ́jẹ́. Get to the street, ẹ bọ́ síta, ẹ fi ẹ̀hónú hàn lálàáfíà ní wọ́ọ́rọ́wọ́.
If it's going to work, it's not going to work, You know, you told me, I told you. That's their slogan at that meeting. I told you, told you me. Don't join them.
Oh, you can diminish. You can diminish. What is this?
They're not explaining well.
Now, let me show you. Ṣé rí òrò rárá lẹ́sìn yẹn? Èèyàn ní bẹ́ẹ̀ nídìí òrò tó rò fi ń ké o. Èèyàn ní bẹ́ẹ̀ nídìí òrò tó rò fi ń ké. Tẹ́ bá gbé òrò kókò kan nílùú Èkó yẹn, òrò ẹ̀ náà ọwọ́ tẹ́ bá fi gbé òrò yẹn ló bá fi múra yín.
You get ọwọ́ tó kẹ̀lé.
Àkókò wà jẹ́ pé ìjàlẹ̀ alálẹ̀ ló kù.
Thank you.
Àyẹ̀kọ́ wà jẹ́ pé kò sí irúnmọlẹ̀ mọ́. Tàbí àwọn alálẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá mọ́ ló yà kù.
Àwọn alálẹ̀ bá ti abandon wa. Tó bá
ti sùn, unless they are, tó bá ti sùn lọ, they are dead. But if I do a call, I can't. I'm on red, what will be? Yahweh, what will be?
Thank you so much.
This is ridiculous.
It is. And it is exhausting too. And it keeps getting worse and
worse. Every day. Now.
Thank you so much, man. That's a one true emperor, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the line is still pretty much open. The number is on your screen. Yeah, that one there. It is WhatsApp only, by the way. So don't try and dial the number directly. You probably will never get to anyone. So thank you so much. I checked what we had as our likes earlier, right? So I realized that we are just hovering around the 700 when we were nearly 2,000 of us on YouTube earlier. So yeah, just a reminder. And I do that all the time. I do that all the time. In case if you are forgotten, I've reminded you. Here is another column. Hello.
Hello, my good evening. This is Paul calling from Belgium. How are you?
From Belgium. How are you this evening, sir?
I'm fine.
Grand. Please.
I thank you for the good job you're doing. Keep it up.
Thank you very much, Paul.
You see, you've been talking about the protest and all the rest, But there is one thing I want to chip in, more especially about the protests. Now, there is a strategy they can apply. It's just an advice. And it shouldn't, like what happened in the Lekki toll gate, for instance.
Right.
If the people protesting, they should map out their strategies in such a way that they have to the positioning has to be very, very strategic. Like they shouldn't gather all in one place. If there are thousands of them, they should pick up the direction of the north, the south, the east, so that position themselves in different strategies of the north, east, south, and west or so. Even if they have to leave a place open, the place that will be open will be a place of maybe, say for instance, if you know where the military barracks are in Lagos, for instance. So there are people who are to be positioned before that point or a little bit behind them.
Right.
So that it's a kind of, I'm saying this like what you have from the scriptures, for instance. So if, for instance, they come, or the police or the army comes in, and there are people already, if they have an opening, just one opening, and they come from in that opening, they will be caged. They will be caged in the middle, and they won't see a way to escape. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that I had the idea, and it's one of the ideas they use to conquer AI in the scriptures.
No, it's actually so perfect, even thinking of it, right? If you go to one place and you allow them to surround you, okay? You can control where you can go and where you can go, right? But if you have to stretch them, you have to try and stretch them. So stretching them simply means divide yourself into about 4, 5, 6. Everywhere you are meeting. If you are, you know what I mean? Like you said, there is a barrack, Abi. Place yourself next, not far from it, so that even if they want to get busy, let them come and get busy with you there before they get into town and other places. Do you get that? So you can stretch them enough that they won't have concentrated force. I get you.
Yes, they have to really organize it and well planned.
Yes.
Because they will do their own planning, then you must also do your own planning. So that's what I said. Of course, to see if I can keep
people are picking some of these gist. Let's be honest, okay? And they also do have their own too. I mean, they can't thank us enough, though, right? Thanks for sharing. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So that is Polo from Belgium. indeed, it's a good idea, right? Let's say you want to be in Lagos. They did it during the NSAS, okay? They had about 3 places. But the most populous of them is that of Lekki. Alausa was supposed to be the most, in fact, the one they did in Alausa, led by Rinu. Oh, God bless that, God bless that young lady. She is now in the US though, studying and working now. So Rinu was there for 7 days, Alausa. They were sleeping outside. There are still videos, there are still pictures. 7 days. Until before people now felt like, oh, these people are still there. We'll go join them tomorrow then. If these guys are still there, then we'll go join them. Oh, they said that they want to send all of them away. The Speaker of Lagos House of Assembly. What's that guy's name again? I have a caller. I'm sorry I left you there. I just still think I'm presenting. I'm sorry. Hello there.
My good Baba. My good Baba. I'm feeling you, bro.
You know what I mean?
I'm feeling you.
I wanted to remember Obasa. When Obasa was planning to go and remove them from Alausa, that enough. At least you've done it for them. That was when people mobilized. Exactly. That's when he became a big thing. So
exactly.
It is what, Baba.
Well, it's all good. It's all good, my good Baba.
Fantastic.
This is David. I almost never called in for almost a year, but I always watch on the side,
I'm glad you are calling tonight.
So it's been a long time. Yeah, I really wanted to push out this narrative too, because this rally they're trying to do now is worth doing, but sometimes I have an idea that I was saying, do we really want to cut off the idea of what is really wrong with us in back home, why we can't really do something right and all do it together? You see, I'm going to Mago, but I know Omar Coin, but just listen to me.
I can take anything.
Yeah, listen. Yeah. This one is that actually the problem we have in Nigeria is the northerners, the politicians in the north and the politicians in the west. These are the two people squandering all the resources.
Let me to disagree. I won't.
They are the ones.
When I am here already, see, am I not the one telling my own people that since 1999, I've never been ruled by non-Yoruba?
Yeah.
The
ones. Mostly is that you see these two of them.
Yeah.
They always say that they are enlightened, they are educated, but they are so wicked. The elites are not about the followers. Yeah, but what they have now pushed down. What they have now pushed down to their people is bigotries of religion and tribalism. Did you ever notice it every time? Every time you see in the north own is worse. Even though the west are 50-50. You have those that understand what these people are doing.
Thiefnubu people now, we seems to have taken the front. Now they are saying Yorubas are bigger. Can you even imagine? Even people that were born and raised in Yoruba land that never suffered any bigotry in their life.
Exactly.
Yorubas
just that thing you always say, they will gaslight you first, and they'll be gaslighting you. And look at what the media is doing. Dangote did a refinery, and they don't want to give it to him. They now brought it to us. Now we are pitying Dangote, but we have Port Harcourt refinery that have been there since 1960. And nobody can fix it. Even the media can't go do any investigation on it and speak to it. It's just the wickedness. And one thing about the North elite and the West elite, you see the rest of us that are down there, we are the one. Even though the Igbo people have found that view, what the Igbo people do that we consign us again. That's what the Igbo always do now. What they are doing, what they are doing to the rest of the Nigerians, the West and the North elite, they call every other people minorities.
Exactly.
Can you imagine if that oil well was
talking about one united Nigeria? I'm aware of
exactly. Can you imagine if the oil well that is in the whole south to southeast is in Lagos or in Kano? Will we be talking about this thing today?
Never.
If it was in Lagos or in Kano?
Never.
They will make, but this is the agreement, and that is what they are doing.
Except they also craft Nigeria the way they have done now by making sure that that oil in Kano, oil in Lagos, is controlled by Niger Delta. We don't get oil. You know, it's always like that pattern, isn't it? Except
I don't think they can. That one can never happen. Ordinary Dangote that ordinary Dangote build the refinery for them. They want to take it away from him.
See, using all kind of
they want to take it away from
blackmail.
him. Blackmail, and the media are the most dangerous people in Nigeria.
Yeah,
they will be the one. How can they be distracting us with Dangote? What is our business with Dangote? We have Port Harcourt, we have Ware refinery. You've not fixed it since after the war, up till now.
And they do not have the time. Chance of. They will say it's going to start operational in December. When you say December,
even the Dangote you are talking about, Dangote they are talking about, they're going to be bringing the crude oil from the port from the south to bring to Dangote. Why?
Because it's Dangote.
Because all of them, those northern elites and the western elites, they are the ones siphoning all the whole wealth of Nigeria to their own families, and they kept the whole money in abroad. Then us, the Igbo man that are doing traders, are doing business, they will start cursing them, gaslighting them.
And now, how are you doing it? You don't get access to oil money. Where will they see money?
Where they see money? They are the one that are the criminals.
You don't get access to government wallet. You don't get access to well, now they see money.
And because they are the ones stealing our resources, they are the ones stealing our resources. They refuse to invest it in their country
intentionally.
None of them can invest their money in Nigeria.
No,
because people they always believe that somebody will come back. It's just like somebody taking your father's land. Then one day when you grow up, you want to take your father's land back. But instead of for you to let your brother's children to take the land back, you will sell the land and eat the money. That is what they are doing to us.
Yes. You know what somebody described Nigerian leader? They said, have you noticed that these guys don't really create anything per se? They just collect rent, they sell land, they sell mineral resources, they collect loans. This is pretty much what these guys does, right? And to show that to justify all this money, they can say, oh, we have built National Stadium. Oh, we have now we are going to complete East-West Road. Lies, oh. They do
and
not
they're very easily
anything.
And that's why in this riot, I hope those people that put the agenda they want, they need to fix our religion and all this religion and media, because they are the ones bringing all this bigotry to us. If they look at when Buhari was ruling, they used religion and Islamic to hold us. Now Tinubu is there, even though the West, I love the West so much because it's 50-50 for them. They have the voice that speak the truth, and they have the voice that always want to suppress the truth. It's 50-50 in the West, and that is why you see that
this thiefnubu actually unravel a lot of people. I won't lie to you. You are right.
Yeah.
Today there are people that ordinarily.
I'm a Lagosian.
You get what I mean? Like, I'm a Lagosian. I know how it ordinarily works. 10 years ago, right? People actually hold them in high esteem. In fact, 2 years ago. But right now, they have unraveled totally. And they look like they are different people entirely. Well, actually, they are actually real people. Thanks to Tinubu.
Yeah. You always give us your background history when you went for election. You see how they bought all of them? That's how they do in the West. That's how they do in the West. And the next thing, they will change the truth for you.
Exactly.
And that's the only thing wrong with that our country. You see, the Igbo man, even though we love money, but you cannot come and tell us black is white. We will not agree with you.
You get
the South now.
The South ones, you will say.
Yeah. The South is another thing that they want to capture. They are now making them having godfathers. Look at Wike. Every time they have a governor in Rivers State, they will take the whole money and give to the politician and buy the party and think they will rule. That's the bad thing. Until the day the South will remember. Even though I hate that to call them South, because that's the most worst. Until they will start speaking against their leader. How can you have oil for over 60 years? You can't have one complete and your leaders are collecting money behind you people, and you are still worshiping them and dying for them.
People, a region where they produce oil, they buy a liter of petrol for 2,000 naira. Can you even imagine that?
And you when you want to talk to them now, they will come out and be fighting you. Once they hear Igbo man is telling them, "This people are cheating you."
Igbo man, you want to take over their area. You want to control. You want to take their oil. Our oil. Our oil. Oil. When we say people, they share them, allocate them, award them.
I hope this rally they will do. They need to go after this our elites, this religion people, those religion. And that say they always want to respect our elders. They need to remove those two things.
We will remove them.
Until the North and the West start not respecting their elders when they are
those who have disrespected us, because that's what they do to us.
And anytime that the pastor tells you something or an Islamic imam tells you something, you look at, is this thing I'm doing, is it right? Make your own decision yourself. You are a human being. You have a same right like them. Stop letting them gaslighting you or, psyching your brain, telling you.
That. Thank you so much, man.
Love you, man.
I'm gonna keep it up, have a good one, okay? I hope you will change your mind still, and it won't be another time next year. I will still before I speak to you again.
I always watch you. That's my schedule. My schedule is my schedule. That I'm not.
I know.
I always watch. I don't miss your show. Never.
So much,
every day.
You have a good one, man.
All right, man.
Nice one. Nice hearing from you again. Now I have another caller. And it seems that a lot of first-timers, or I'm sorry, not first-timers watchers. I'm talking about first-timers who are making an effort to get onto the program, are getting lucky tonight. If you've been trying to call onto the program for the past time, I don't know, right? Tonight might be a lucky time, right? So I have another caller, though. Hello.
Hello, my general.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. How about you too?
Well, I'm very well. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Well, I think I have to start from where the scholar started.
Okay.
So it's like the last scholar really wants us to get it 30 this night. So I think we should go that way. Because this is temple of truth, not about the truth. The North and the West, really, yes, it's correct. It's about the North and the West leaders and the politicians. They are the worst.
The elites, the politicians.
So when I talk about the West, that's why I say we have to go deeper and dirty. When you are talking about the West, you have to talk about the Muslims, the Muslim politicians, and the Muslim leaders in the West. Christians will have their own problem, but percentage, the highest percentage is from the Muslim caucus. Anything the Northerners want, our own Yoruba Muslim, they always go with them. They always like to go with them. It's like they can't be on their own. It's like
observation there. I have had that, and I never thought anybody feels safe.
We have to break this time. We have to break the table this night. There's nothing to hide anymore.
Tell us.
There was a time when Igbo started agitating.
Yes.
This man, what's his name? This is a lecturer in LASU. Is this Muslim fanatics?
That one
yes,
man.
He came out then. He was saying he's about Christian. He was quoting something from the Bible. Even when they started Amotekun to defend Yoruba land, the same man came out to say it's a Bible stuff, it's a Christian stuff. I don't know why someone would be thinking that way when we are trying to protect Yoruba land, because they always get money from the North and from the Arab country through the Sultan of Sokoto. They can. It's okay. It's like when pastors preach in the church now that we should not go out and protest. You will see online people will blast that pastors. I don't know. People will not care.
It's so easy. Like to the point that.
But when an imam came out and said, but when imam came out, maybe from the North or one of the biggest imam in Yoruba land, say you guys should not protest. When we are blasting the man online, you will see Muslims. You shake their hand and say, "Hey, what do you know about Islam? Don't blast." You know they were protecting the Islam even immediately after the election. Despite the rigged election, there's one imam. The man is still online. I've forgotten his name. A Yoruba imam like this. He always wear a suit and all his jarami on his head. He was preaching to their congregation. They were there saying, "Hey, now they can now see that we are more than them."
I remember that
after the election. A Yoruba man,
I remember.
That means he was telling us that Muslims are more than Christians. He was happy.
They always push
that more than them. And I went to the comment section. When I went to the comment section, even people on Temple of Truth who are Muslim, who are supposed to be one, I saw their comments. I don't want to mention. I saw all their comments.
Now you are here too, defending this.
They were all happy.
It's not first time.
They were all happy. They were all happy. When Obi was campaigning, fine, he took his campaign to many churches. It's not about maybe because he's a Christian, because they know that we want change. And most of the pastors too, they knew very well that it's like these youth of nowadays. This is what they want to do. This is
nobody is not aware at that time. But this group of people started blacklisting. They started calling all these people names. They started saying that they are dangerous. They must make sure they don't have power. I witnessed all of that too. But look at us today.
Let's put this on the table now.
Yes, sir.
If it was Christian ticket they were calling for them, you will see some pastors, some maybe 10 or 15 they will come out on TV live and say, no, this country it's not a Christian country. We have to do things.
They will do it boldly.
In the normal way.
Yes.
But when they were calling for Muslim ticket, there was no imam in Yoruba land.
Not a single one.
Afar, I came out and say, no, this is wrong. No. They always listen to Sultan of Sokoto. Anything he says is final.
And then they begin to threaten the Yorubas who tell them, or who try to say, no, we won't do this. They start threatening them with violence.
Go to any Yoruba land, any Yoruba land that you have, for example, like my 12th market, where we have Muslim Northerners bringing goods from north. Go and look at their chairman. They dominated the place. They are the one collecting money. We gave that place to them like that. And all the Fulanis, Hausas in my 12, we all know who they voted for. They have their own man from the north who controls them. But we never complain. We never say anything. But when the Igbos, they voted in where they dominated in Lagos, we start complaining.
We want the place destroyed, burnt. Their business is destroyed.
What about the Northerners? Just because they are Muslims. After they arrested Igboho, all those stuff, before you know, they gave shift 30 to one of the Northerners leaders in Ibadan. In Ibadan.
I remember.
In Ibadan.
God damn it.
When Igboho was campaigning too, I keep following, I keep watching. You see people, Muslim clerics going there. They'll be preaching to Igboho, please now. Can you convert to Muslim? I will be shocked when I saw this thing on YouTube. Are we talking about religions, or we are talking of how to save Yoruba people? A lot has happened, and I keep wondering. I'm not saying I love my Muslim brothers and sisters.
They get you too, but we all know that this exists.
Because of their leaders, always betrayer. They betray Yoruba land for the Northerners.
Bless you. To them, right? To them, okay, that their religion it supersedes the Yoruba.
Exactly.
And that is wrong. We need to let our people know it is wrong. It can't really be us. And those of us who knew this and we felt like there's nothing we can do. Now, awareness is the first thing.
Look at the leak of audio between
Shetima
Amoshi.
Amoshi, come on.
Yes, sir. You know, they always bow down for all these Northerners. They bow down for them.
I said here.
That's the more reason. That's the more reason you can never see Adebanjo.
Atifku. I want to say something about that too, right? Atifku, right? Call out for protests.
Yes.
Obi no say anything about protests. Guess whose name they are mentioning? Obi. Like you are reading all these Northerners. We are seeing videos of Northerners.
Remember last time I called?
Rage from these guys.
No, remember last time I called when I said when Obi was trying to merge with Atiku.
Yeah, when you're talking about coming to I remember.
I said Obi has to be careful before you know now. They will start Yorubas will start attacking Obi. They will not mention Atiku.
They won't.
And all these things, still boil on the fact that Obi is a Christian.
Right.
They don't want to attack any Muslim people. Yes. They know how to attack any. So I keep wondering, what are our own politicians in the West? What they have to do with the North? With the Northerners? Okay, please, you have to give me a few time. Okay, assume you know Adebanjo.
Yes. That's another thing too.
And it's likes in Yoruba land. I don't know if we still have many of them in Yoruba land.
Yeah.
And some Igbos that we all know that these people stand for the truth.
Yeah.
No, they are hold down, right?
Yeah.
So let's not bring Adebanjo age to 50 something or 60 years. Yeah. So let him now be in the House of Assembly. And he'll be sitting there, and some people will be standing up, raising issue of cow, passage of cow. And you not see Adebanjo bullshitting them in the house.
And say no.
What kind of nonsense is this? But look at the crops of people we have in Yoruba land. Look at the crop of people we have in Yoruba land now representing us. They cannot talk. They are always scared of the Northerners. Awolowo was not scared of them.
He wasn't.
He stood against them. Fighter is still doing the same thing. But the crops of the leaders we have now, they are worshiping them. And the same thing they want to pass to our own generation, to be worshiping the same people over my dead body, my even.
For power and money.
We're in abroad now. We are shopping. We can't go back home. Just because of these people. I think I keep wondering, how do we even have a country with the Northerners? I'm sorry if some Northerners are not, I know some of them are good, but they can't even speak out to their leaders. Igbos are my brothers, and I love them with my blood. But Northerners, you know, a lot to say.
I know.
Look at the issue of Deborah, the girl they killed.
I know.
When they killed that girl, what we expected from the Northerners or the Yoruba Muslims leaders to say that, hey, youth, come close. Your God will not say go and kill. No. Don't kill anybody because of your own God. They will never say that.
No. They will tell you that I got no. You see, I am a Muslim, and it's not representing Islam. Or if you know, I know he wants to cut off your head. Yeah,
you will never see their leaders coming out to say
it's not representing us, but they won't condemn it.
You will not see their leaders saying do not kill. They will never say that. But a Christian leader will stand down and say, do not kill.
No. Islam allow you to kill infidel. Let's be honest, okay? It's just that it's
what are we saying?
To kill or not. Everybody who is
if we have to divide them, I prefer we divide across religious line. That's the best. Because the way Yoruba Muslims are behaving, I don't understand. I have to be sincere. This time, I don't understand them.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Baba. You have,
thank you, my
like you said, right? You have let the mask off. And I bet a lot of people are going to call after you tonight and hit it as well, right? Thank you so much, Baba.
Thank you, Baba. Are you to my evening?
Yes, sir. So I have another caller, but I'm just going to go back and ask you, you know, we are currently over 800 of you who have actually paid your own offering. We can still we have just about 20 minutes to go, and we can still do it. Please do it. If you haven't liked the broadcast, please do so now. Hello there.
Yeah, one name.
One name.
One name. One name. The number. Ike Jagamba. Ike the number.
Yeah. Now maybe that.
That's what you are.
How are you?
That is who you are.
Thank you. Osita. One name.
Yeah,
dear brother from another mother. How
definitely.
Are you this evening, sir?
Yeah, I'm great, my brother.
Right.
You know, so that I don't forget what I want to say. Tonight is very, very explanatory and much more truthful. You remember the first day I called into this program, into your program, the first day I became one of you, your disciple.
I remember, and it was a time I felt like I want to hear you again and again, and you've always been.
Yes,
sure of that. So,
I said something about the religious divide in Nigeria. I said it clearly on that first day. I said the problem about the polity of Nigeria the way it is today, the genesis is the Yoruba Muslims, because I was born and brought up in Ikeja. I know how things were in our primary school. I attended Ele Primary School Ikeja in GRA Ikeja. I know how it was then. They see themselves as more equal partners with the Northerners than even the indigenous Yoruba people who are not Muslims. That is the reason why you come to Lagos today. If you want to become a governor in Lagos State, the first thing they put into consideration, are you a Muslim? Go and look at it. It is only
Mashallah.
Sir Michael Otedola.
Oh, not even Fashola. Oh, why did I even say Fashola? Otedola rather. Go on.
Yes, Sir Michael Otedola and Ambode, that's Christian. Ambode, not because of he was against the Tinubu agenda. One of the reasons Ambode couldn't work perfectly with the oligarchs in Lagos. The oligarchs in Lagos are the Agberos in Lagos. It's because he's a Muslim, because he's a Christian. That was the reason he couldn't work with them.
He's always been in problem with them, and they, I mean, you know, the first 6 months they're already asking thiefnubu that he's not going for second time more. This one is not going.
He's not going for second time.
We are not. We don't want him to do anymore.
So this thing started with the recent one that we are facing now. Started with Murik. Go and look at that man's preaching. He's always supporting the North. Him and his...
So they just said it now. Even Sonwo is Christian now. Maybe no wonder that one learned from Ambode. He became a thiefnubu's nanny.
Yes, you have to become a Muslim. Even Rajiv Fashola, go and read deep into his history. The families, they were Christians, but they have to become Muslim in order to satisfy their masters in the North. These are the things that we get
properly.
The divide between the Yorubas and the Igbos today is as a result of the Muslim Yorubas, not the Christian Yorubas. That is what you are seeing today. Go online and look at all their names.
That's go and look. Observation there.
Go online and look at their names from Facebook to YouTube, from YouTube to anywhere on the social media.
See that they are Muslims. Yeah, they are
you will
Muslim.
see that. You will see that 90% of them are Muslims.
I mean, you can recognize them by their names. It's not hard.
Look at that one they called Reno. The translation of that is name. That Reno Mokri is little goat. That little goat. Go and look at it. For him to cement his relationship with the people that are listening to him as followers, he has to say good things about the Muslims ahead of the Christians.
Yeah.
Let me tell, I used to tell people, it is not as if the Christians, they are good. The so-called people that say they are Christian, it's not as if they are really good. If you go and read about the history of the world, before the Ottoman Empire, they took over. People suffered in the hands of all these criminals that are Christian in Europe.
They are called crusaders now. Have you forgotten?
Yes.
They are murderers, they are ravagers, they are they are like, you know, they are pretty much like bandits.
Yeah. But the modern day, on this modern day that we are living, the good thing is that about Christianity is that I will tell you what I believe. If you like, you accept it. If you like, don't accept it. But in this Boko Haram Islamic that wickedness of the world is practicing today is that you must do our bidding. It is how we say it that you must do it.
So that if you don't, the next thing they start talking about killing you.
Yes. So people are wondering, how come is it that the Northerners and the Yorubas, they are cementing their relationship?
It's actually with the Yoruba Muslim. You are right about that.
No, I'm just trying to say that. Yes.
You are.
Yeah, people are just saying that. But it is not the Yorubas. It is the Muslims in the Yoruba side that are cementing relationship with them. What you are seeing today, it is not only that Nigerian is so divided. One of the reasons that they don't like the Igbo people in the north and these Muslim Yorubas is because they know that their own kind of tradition, their cult, cannot thrive in our own society.
Never.
So that's the reason I tell people, don't think that, that these people really
hate you. Wondering where is this hatred coming from? Why is it so deep?
But it's because you don't have what they want. You are not going to give them what they want. But they find an ally. Yeah. But now they found an ally
to hate you as possible, an ally, and use all the political leverage to muzzle you. Then they can say they are friends with the Yorubas, even if they don't love Yorubas. But they want the Yorubas. You are right, Osita.
If they love you, if they love you, go to the mosques in Lagos. How many Hausa Fulani do you see in the Yoruba mosques? They still call the Muslim Yorubas, they still look at them as infidel.
And now, they told thiefnubu that he's not Muslim enough. He need a Muslim device before they follow him.
Doesn't know anything. I have this, my friend, Jalili Makinde. We went to the same primary and secondary school. One of the most brilliant guys I've ever met in my life. So brilliant. But this guy, I saw him when I was living in London. I now came to Nigeria, and I bumped into him. He is now wearing this Afar kind of clothes and with one goatee, dirty looking beards. And I looked at him and I said, Jalili, I was thinking I would have seen you in a better distance. Why? Yeah, he became angry. You understand? So that is the kind of things. And one of my friends told me that he said something about me to him like this, the way he brushed it aside. I said, oh, let me count this one in somebody who can Boko Haram me tomorrow. So this is the kind of things that you see. This is the problem about Nigeria. Like the two previous callers said, there is no relationship. I tell people, you see language. If I borrow a language from you or we exchange language, believe me, that shows that we've been together for a very long time together. Look at it. I call, as an Igbo man, I call the stone Okute. You guys, you call the stone Okuta. There is a lot of things that is similar to our language. But when you look at the north, what is it that is similar to the Yoruba language? What is similar with the Igbo language? These are the things that you look at. There is not, I don't even know how to imagine it. But the good thing about what is happening today is that everybody, information, I told people that the problem they created for us is that they took education away from us, which is information, which is power. They took it away from us. But thank God for internet, that even there are some people who listens to what is being said on internet, they don't even know how to read and write. They've been able to understand that we are being cheated. And that is the particular place we are. We are in a boiling point. And believe me, I've been wanting to call into this program for the past 3 days, and I've not been able to do that. There's this, my brother, that called you, that is always saying, nothing will happen, nothing will happen. If nothing is going to happen, that, my brother, I'm talking to you, we are not quarreling.
No.
I expect you keep your mouth shut because you have not been able to do anything. What have you done on your own part?
Because we all come here every now and then. We say Nigerians need to rise up. Nigerians need to rise up and fight. They need to stand up. Now they are trying to. We are saying they are not standing up very well.
I wouldn't tell you a lie. I have a friend of mine who has gone to Nigeria just 4 days ago because of this particular issue.
Yeah.
He went back to Nigeria. And I'm looking at it. If my work, they give me, if my work gives me the space, I will. Because I do not need to look for visa to come to go to any place in the world.
No, I know.
So what I am saying is that if you know you cannot support this cause, don't come and talk down with people, to people who has the mind, who has the mind to do something.
Whether they are going to win, whether they are going to fail, can we all at least keep it to ourselves? If we can't,
you helped him to frame his ego. That day you said maybe he is challenging people. I don't believe being negative helps anybody to challenge their ego. The only person you can romance his ego, being negative, is somebody that has guns and bombs and everything. But we don't have guns and bombs. No. What we have is our voice. So you trying to take the voice of those people who are trying to speak out, my brother, it is very, very much unfair. Everybody needs to encourage anybody that decide. I have bought that t-shirt. I have bought that t-shirt for over 10 people as of today. And I'll keep buying. So let us encourage people who are winning.
People attacking people because they are making shirts, they want to sell them. Don't buy it. Just go and print your own. If yours is to print some and share, do it.
But because I'm not in Nigeria, so I am buying it for some people.
Why are you following them to say, which kind of protest be this? Some of them don't they even sell clothes. Some of them don't they go print this one. What the heck?
You know, Yes, during the election, he said nothing will happen, nothing will happen. The election has happened, and we've been able to find out where our problem. Without that election, without these people going to vote, we will not even find out what to talk about today.
We won't.
But the good thing, I love this Tinubu, this criminal, this this idiotic person. The thing I love about him is that he has been able to frame every single word that comes out of our mouth. He has able to frame it for us.
He's the enabler now. You see, if you want us to stop talking, just see, let Tinubu start doing what is right, or any of your government start doing what is right, then we won't really have to talk much. You know that.
Lastly,
yes, sir.
Lastly, I want people to understand, when you talk about state capture, one person does not capture it. One person cannot capture
one person. It's a group of people.
What you are saying is the league of criminals. The president is somebody who is a drug baron, not even a retired drug baron, he's still a drug baron.
Active.
The vice president is not just an apology to Boko Haram.
He's a terrorist.
So, Akpabio, a serial armed robber, and a serial armed robber, everything that you're looking at, the chief of staff is a wanted, is a criminal.
A convicted, disqualified criminal from America, yes.
From America, in Atlanta. The whole
somebody will steal money from his own client. How much is the money? $25,000. No lies.
He has his own baggages of credit card fraud in the UK. So what I am telling people is that they've given us a reason to talk. They've given us a reason to shout. Now they have given us a reason to take action. I am telling you, what we need is not electoral reform. What we need is the proscribing of that constitution of Nigeria.
It must happen.
That is the most important thing, because electoral reform is enshrined in that constitution.
It is.
If you do electoral reform,
this reform is inside there. Infrastructural reform is inside the constitution. Avoiding corruption is inside there. Reform police is inside there. Everything is in the constitution.
Wale did electoral reform. Did they follow it? No. But the only thing you can use to hang people is that your constitution. So without that constitution being revoked, repealed,
nonsense,
so that people will have their say in how they want to be governed, then let us break it off.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my brother.
You have let it out as usual, okay? I'm taking my last call now. And thank you very much for making it an interesting evening for all of us too, right? So that's Osita, ladies and gentlemen. I have a reminder. See, we only have just about 10 minutes to go. And from that 10 minutes is where I am also going to say my goodbye. So I have my last caller on the line. I'm going to connect, I'm going to connect them now. But I need to remind you, if you haven't really liked this broadcast, please do now. Okay. Hello there.
Hello, this is love of God. It's my strength.
Oh, my dear mom. How are you doing this evening, mom?
I'm very, very fine. Very fine.
You happen to be my last caller this evening. We only have just 8 minutes, and we would have to manage it.
No, I might not even tell you. They might drop it in 8 minutes. No, don't worry.
Right, let's start.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
You see, anybody that say we should not protest, everybody that said we should not protest, it will not be well with them.
You say, Ashewa.
How these people that are saying that our Yoruba, they should go and sit down. They should go and sit down. What we have suffered in this country since 1960 till today, we are seeing it go better. It go better. Now we dey talk since 1960. We don't tire. You see this protest, You don't pay me say I don't return from Nigeria. I for stay, wait for that place. I for stay because let me tell you what you do. If you enter Nigeria, you go to say you enter. Which I call a hell on earth.
Yes.
You cannot sleep. You'll be thinking that somebody will come and break the door on you. You can't wear earring, you can't wear chain. They will cut it as you are walking on the way. And we are talking that we should not protest. Tinubu enter. Tinubu is a criminal, a drug addict.
Yes, ma'am.
Akpabio is only
100%.
Only. And what's his name? Shetima, head of Boko Haram. This my brother will just talk finish here. God will bless you.
Amen.
You hit everything for head from me. You see, Nigerians, I just want to tell all of you, if you don't take your country back, nobody will give you.
No.
Nobody will give you freedom.
No.
Nobody will come and take your country back. No, these people, they are ready. They are ready. Look at all of them.
They will continue to give you expired rice, money, because that's their economic policy. There is no country built on sharing rice and money. No country.
This country that we are, they have social service, social security, so that to help people. Look at all of you are taking the resources from Niger Delta. What is even Niger Delta? What is Niger Delta? Where did they bring that kind of name?
That's part of the abracadabra when they are creating their Nigeria. That's why we are telling people that this is the creation of these people. Nigeria that you are in is working for those who created it. But if you think they are going to actually accommodate you in this Nigeria, then you are wrong. You need to demand it and take it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thank you, my brother. You see, what I want to say, these people are taking us for granted too much. I hear some people saying that nothing will happen. And this man they call Isaac Fayoshe. Is that the younger brother of the informant?
Peter.
Yes, thank you. That man should go and sit down. He should go and sit down. He's telling us how many days we can protest. Who is he? Who is he? When they have finished all the resources in Nigeria for themselves, we are going out. It's enough. From let him strike on his head.
Taloni gain anyway. Who is gaining?
Yorùbá ronú kó bá fi lè kẹ̀kí pọ́sí díẹ̀ nìyàn kan òun náà ló bá yín ní kẹ́kí bẹ́ẹ̀ kiri ní internet. All of you are begging money every day in the night in the afternoon. When was something people I don't know. Come outside and fight for your rights. It's entitlement. You have the right to get in the resources of your country. Right. When a country is built, when the people cannot work, they are supposed to give you money to do what you want to do. Pay your rent. You are not supposed to be suffering. Nigeria has money.
No.
Nigeria has money. We have a lot of money.
They are sharing trillions to themselves. Few people. But they said that if we share half of that to the people, like invest in them, invest in infrastructure enough that will actually impact their lives, they say Nigeria will be broke. So Nigeria should endure and give him time. Like,
why are we going to give them time? That's it, but war. That's he share our oil pot to everybody, both girlfriend, both LA, both Yawo. We are tired. They should all carry themselves and leave. We are not asking anything that they should look at the constitution for work.
And now we left Nigeria for we are here to work so hard for ourselves and all of that. Now the consequences of a mismanaged Nigeria, a failed economy, has forced the responsibility of so many of these Nigerians on so many of us abroad. So if anybody is living abroad and thinking that he's not affected, they are not thinking, man. Tell them.
Let me just say one thing before I go, because I know you're rounding up. Now, Nigerians, let me tell you people, if Tinubu share rice from the north to the south to the west to the south, you people are wasting your time. Are you happy that they are bringing about rice? Plenty rice in a boat come and give you. Tinubu should make Nigeria better. I should look into that constitution, look into it, and let's follow the new constitution that will make everybody to look after themselves.
God bless
we
you.
don't want the food that need to be taken. I'm sorry to you to use this word. We are tired.
Yeah.
They are keeping their God for themselves.
Yes.
We don't have that right to our own
Destroy
resources.
our farms, and our people are hungry today. Because not because we can't grow our food, but because if we are found on the farm, we are likely never going to live to harvest that farm. That is not a life. That is not life.
Thank you. Thank you. They keep their God for themselves what's this place in the north? That they keep the God for themselves. And we are here, they are taking from us
for Nigeria. Niger Delta oil for Nigeria. She life near.
So Otito girl is enough. Nigeria, stand up, go out and take what is yours. Now, Mayego, I just want to give this recommendation. Somebody was talking about you, and I just laughed. I said, I know Mayego. He said he's a great guy. I said, yes, he is a great guy. Thank you. God bless you.
Amen.
God bless you.
Thanks so much for all this support.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Nice evening, okay? Thank you, ma. So that's a very beautiful one there. And I love it when people speak from the heart. It's amazing. You know what I mean? Like, you speak from your heart and all of that. It kind of like, it gels well if you are listening, right? Thank you so much, everyone, for your time, right? This is going to be us rounding up this evening now, okay? I want to say a big thank you once again to all of you participated in this, sharing, liking, commenting, and even calling. Thank you. But there is a reminder you should have, all right? We are having the Yoruba Union Summit in Glasgow in August, next month, from 23rd to the 25th. If you are in the UK around this time, you can easily just, if you are going to be in the UK, if you are living in the UK and you check the date and you think, oh, I'm going to be free. Yeah, go on. Let me see if I have the ticket. I'm going to copy the ticket link. Book a space. It's £109 to book a 3-day stay, okay? Which comes with its own stuff like, taking care of our people for these 3 days. It is not for your hotel bill. You will have to book yourself hotel and all that stuff, okay? But for this summit, starting from the 23rd of August to 25th of August, right? Yes, you can book a space on the Eventbrite. To others, thank you so much for everything. And I am going to see you later. I'm going to see you again next time. That will be tomorrow. So thank you and good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun dayari political. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì àní ẹ̀ súnra kì lórí Facebook àní ẹ̀ súnra kì lórí YouTube àní ẹ̀ súnra kì bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́ àní ẹ̀ súnra kì ijó ìgbádìyẹ àní ẹ̀ súnra kì bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o àní ẹ̀ súnra kì bí gómìnà kówó jẹ àní ẹ̀ súnra kì ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá àní ẹ̀ súnra kì aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o àní ẹ̀ súnra kì òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú àní ẹ̀ súnra kì ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì àní ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.